Natural 20,
right.
baby.
And that is the
Right.
perfect quote for us to come into the live screen on.
Perfect. We're doing very well.
Okay, so hi, Echoes, welcome. I am Evie, the Disaster GM, Director of Alter Echo Archives. Pronouns are she, they, or any, and I am the game runner for this fine, if disastrous group. Welcome, everyone, and especially welcome to our special guest, Foozca. Let's go ahead and introduce you first.
Hello, I'm Foozca. My pronouns are she, her. I'm going to be playing a character named Kiama, and her pronouns are also she, her. I'm very excited to be here. I know nothing about the Cypher system, so please bear with me. I have studied, but I'm a terrible study, so I'm gonna do my best. And thank you, Evie, for having me.
Thank you very much. Very happy to have you here. Next, let's jump over to Alina.
Hey everybody, I'm Alina. I will be playing Kale. We are both they, them. And Kale is an empathetic explorer who helps her friends and has the soul of a dragon.
Ew. Then Maggie, who is looking at me awkwardly.
Am I? Probably.
You had that confused look of, oh yeah, we've got to.
Did you make that face out loud?
That's just what I look like. That can't control my face. It does what it wants.
It's okay.
I'm
It's
Maggie.
pretty anyway.
Interesting confused face.
I use they she pronouns. I'm playing Sybil, who uses she her pronouns. Sybil is an overeager adept who would rather be reading and is a walking dream.
All right. Ew. Fancy. Next, let's jump over to Extel.
Yo, what's up? It's me, your boy Big Trill.
Sorry.
Don't.
All right.
Sorry,
all right,
y'all.
Big Trill. All right, Big Trill. That's what I'm gonna be calling you now. That's what I'm
In
gonna be
favor of
calling
this
you
new
now.
nickname?
Like, wait, Victor, like the Pokemon, or like?
No, Big
Beedrill. That's
Trill.
Beedrill.
Please don't.
Oh, I was thinking of Victor
Please
Bell. My
don't.
bad.
Oh no.
Yes.
Amazing. Hi, everybody. I'm Extel. It's nice to see y'all. Thanks for coming. I am playing Jax, who is a chaotic warrior who needs no weapon and also rides the lightning. Yeah, it's a great time.
Beautiful.
Pronouns he, him for both me and Jax. Yeah.
There you go. And last but certainly not least, Joel, whose camera is not active today, but hopefully we will have them next time. Go for gold.
Hello. I am the disembodied voice of a being who will soon acquire a body once again. Joel. I use any pronouns, whichever you feel more comfortable with. And I'm going to play Balder Misforge, an appealing speaker who moves like a cat and rests from the depths. And he uses he, him pronouns.
Hells. All right, very cool. Our primary announcement is really just that we've got Foos today, and for a couple of sessions, we are very, very grateful to have a wonderful guest with us. Secondarily, we are still doing a fundraising campaign for medical aids for Palestinians. MAP is an organization that works for the health and dignity of Palestinians living under occupation as refugees. It provides immediate medical aid to those in great need while also working towards the development of the Palestinian healthcare system. You can either scan the QR code that is in the corner of the screen, no longer below me due to the new layout. And if you are watching on Twitch, you can also go to where you would normally see the subscribe button. There will be a donate button. Altered Echo Archives sees none of the donations. We do not benefit from it in any form or fashion. If you are watching at a later date on YouTube, we do not turn off our campaigns on Tiltify, so that QR code will still be active. Yeah, so anyway, shifting over, let's jump right in since we have such an active and wonderful fast today to our recap. last time, after having exited the temporal dissonance and encountered the denizens of Deep View, very suspicious of our glorious rat pack, they discovered that there seemed to be new soldier guards going around with the normal town watchmen, and that in this activity there is also more destruction happening. At least a couple of buildings were entirely destroyed within Deepview District, resulting in a good bit of suspicion for anyone that is not an obvious ally to them, which, as one of the prominent figures of the district, Jem, put a price out on their head, they were met with that same level of suspicion and aggression through a little bit of very questionable deception interactions and the new aura by our friend Jax. They did make their way out without having to fight anyone, sneaking up to Cliffside District and seeking out some supplies, maybe some clothes were in need. But at the end of which, after emotional interactions of them like processing or starting to process that one of them died and was brought back by some unknown force, they decided to attempt to reach out with magic to the forces of the universe to gain new perspective. Kale set up an interesting little tea ceremony, instructing the other three members of the group on the steps to take and what to meditate on as they drank from the ceremonial tea, while still hiding in a little nook behind one of the portions of Cliffside. And they asked the universe what or who they could give these papers of information to that would best benefit the denizens of Deepview and Icenbridge. The scent of very old but potent tea still swirls around all of you. It is warming and earthy and refreshing. And just as Kale had intended to utilize you as cornerstones for elements in asking the universe and the forces of nature for an answer, each of you feels a slightly different sensation. Jax, you feel warm, like the burn of lightning, but not painful. The air around you becomes charged. And you see in your mind's eye not the sky and those eyes that are always watching you, but heat, fires. Sybil, you feel light and airy, like wind passing by, passing through you. You're not incorporeal, you don't think, but you feel like you can feel the tiniest hints of air currents running along your skin from the outside and through these hidden tunnels that you had found. It's not a violent sensation, but it is slightly overwhelming. Like you can feel the movement of your clothing with every slightest hint of breeze. Balder, it's not necessarily the sensation of being underwater, but an increase in that song that you hear. It suffuses you in a flowing way that's almost inquisitive and fills not just your mind, but all of your senses. And Kale, you feel yourself rooted to the earth and the growing of things around you. You can feel almost the connection of the various plants and portions of the earth waking up with magic just like everything else and starting to grow and spread through the city. And the question that you are concentrating on is what to do, who to reach out for, how can this information help? I would like you to roll an intellect task to
Okay.
convince the universe to respond in a way that you can understand.
Is it all of us or just Kale?
Just Kale.
Then I'm going to throw a bunch of effort on there. Spend 2 effort.
You
Okay.
didn't use my ease.
Oh yeah, I'll use 1 ease and then 1 effort.
Okay.
Let's do that. My free ease for the day. I am also going to use my free reroll for today
Okay.
because that was not a great roll. Oh, that's much better. 16 is a much better roll than
16.
4.
Very good. Very good.
There, I'm gonna just color this in.
So, as all of these elements and your attempt to understand them and not necessarily fight against them or control them, but ride through each of the sensations kind of converge. It's initially overwhelming. You hear discordant thoughts that seem to be the interpretations of your 3 friends on what they are supposed to be focusing on. Because everybody thinks the question just a little differently, and some of them are a little bit more willing than others. But just as you had described the forces of magic and forces of nature as a song, you actually hear a melody now and feel yourself suffused with warmth and the wind blowing past you. Sybil, Jax, and Balder also feel this unification of the elements, and you can also feel this growing of plants and energy all through the city, and possibly even just through the world. There's the initial interruption of having the universe and the world and magic recognize not the plight of itself, but the plight of this one location, the city, and the people within. And it bends and flows, and as the answers begin to kind of percolate like the slight simmer of a teapot before it boils, around you, vines and flowers and plants begin to grow inside of the cave. And you see people. You don't necessarily hear an answer, but you see an answer, and it is the people of the city the best way to fight the misinformation and the lies is for more and more people to know, to spread the information. And so it's this rush of faces, of just the populace around finding a way to release the information to them, and then focusing on a single face. And I would like Sybil to make the next intellect roll,
Ooh.
because the four of you are currently merged, and Sybil is the only person that has seen this guy before.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see.
Lovely.
I'm also gonna. I'm gonna do that.
We're doing great
Okay.
today. Good.
You know what? Maybe I should
Get rid of those rerolls
Okay.
right off the bat.
Yeah.
put an effort on it also. 19.
19. Minor
Higher than-
effect.
Real
which I
good.
also-
Minor effect. Very, very good. So for Foos and for our new lovely audience, 19 and 20 in the Cypher system are special effects added onto your rolls. Minor effect means that you have something small but impactful happen in addition to your success. 20 is a major effect, so a major thing affects the story and the events that are happening. For this case, it's as if this individual senses your attention. So it is like all four of you are making eye contact with this guy that Sybil, and thus Kale, knows is one of the council members. It is Harper's rival, the council member in charge of information and development.
What's his name?
Let's get.
I had them all written down at one point, and I don't have it anymore.
I'm looking at the list of corrupted ones. I'm assuming
Mhm.
it's going to be on that list.
I don't know
It is
anything.
not the corrupted ones. So let's see, corrupted ones. Corrupt. It would be Leona. Leona Callum is someone that you don't interact with super frequently, though he has attempted to bribe your parents over to his services before. Direct opposition to Harper Michelli. They argue a lot, and is also one of the ones that most frequently attempts to get the other members of the council to progress everyone in the city and through various issues.
It was, okay. My notes are wrong.
Hmm?
I definitely had Leona written down as one of the corrupt ones. So.
Cool.
Let me just fix
I
that.
don't know.
Okay.
Okay,
No,
so for your notes, the directly corrupt ones are Rendon, Lillian, Harper, and Sabar. Neutral are theoretically Gustal and Carpara.
Yeah.
You now suspect that Gustal is not neutral. Because remember, Gustal is the one that is in charge of, like, ambassadorship and is the one that brought in the fighters.
Spearman. Yeah.
The spearmen. So basically, you do not have necessarily proof of Gastal's corruption other than the fact that he has brought in the Lancers. But at least the magic and the universe and the tea ceremony are telling you that you can reach out to Leona. And as this face kind of looks back at you in confusion, but obvious awareness, the breeze and the heat and the song fade. And you find yourselves in that same kind of cave-like tunnel, tucked behind one of the stores in Cliffside, with mosses and flowers and grass and vines filling the space around you.
So I think Kale is probably the one to come out of the sort of meditative state last, because they went very, very deep to try and weave this magic together. So they're still sitting in the like thickest portion of mosses and ferns with their eyes
Mhm.
completely closed, just like cradling an empty teacup in their hands.
Yeah. Sybil?
I feel like Sybil may. Balder, do you feel like you'll pick up before Sybil? Because I feel like Sybil might.
Oh, Balder is already. Yeah, he's already
It's
like.
tied.
Fuck
It's a
that.
tie between the two of them. They're just like, absolutely not.
Oh,
We
yeah.
were all connected. That was weird.
I don't ever
Yep.
want to do that again. Yeah.
Um,
Do
but
not.
for Kale, because you were the most intimately connected into the ceremony, you know that the universe is telling you that beyond just reaching out to this person, spreading the information, finding ways possibly to make copies, or just getting the information out there is going to help you the most, but you can also reach out to this person as a primary point of aid.
Cool. Does connecting to the universe feel familiar, or is it still very alien?
It's not as alien as Kale might have expected, but it's not like coming home.
Yeah. All right. Then I will, after everyone is sort of awake and brushing themselves off, I will very slowly open my eyes and just breathe out slowly and pull in a deep breath. Right. That was not at all what I thought that would be. But it wasn't bad.
I would disagree with that, maybe, but not
Yeah.
grand scheme of things. No, it wasn't bad, but that was.
Was it?
Please.
Was it successful or?
I think so. You all felt that too, didn't you? That we were looking at, I don't know his name, but the councilman,
Leona. Yeah.
Leona. It felt like he could see us in return.
I hope not. Yeah.
That was very broken up for me, Maggie.
Yeah, me
Sorry.
too. I couldn't hear that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a temper tantrum.
That's
I
a free
assume
action.
that came through fine.
Yeah.
This kind is totally allowable. What is this happening?
Okay.
Right, so I think we need to go and tell people about this. But
Yeah.
getting to Council Leona is going to be very difficult, I imagine.
Hang on. We needed the universe to tell us that we should talk to people. Oh, I've been saying that since day one.
You're not wrong.
Mhm.
I mean,
You are also especially skilled at talking to people, so do you have any suggestions?
Well, typically, you walk up to them and then you say the words you want to say. Well,
That would be wonderful if our faces weren't on wanted posters all around the city. I imagine we're going to have some resistance to overcome.
well, that's why I got us new clothes with hoods on.
Wonderful.
because
Right.
nothing is less suspicious than wearing the same clothes.
This is a
Their
fantasy world,
faces.
Maggie. Of course, people wear cloaks all the fucking time. Come on now.
Yes, especially when they're trying to be super suspicious.
Right. If anything, I could go and give whoever this fucker is, whoever we need to give them. Right? They don't know me.
I mean, yeah, but also they don't know you. He's a council member. They're pretty typically
They know
difficult to
you.
approach.
Also, the only reason that we're wanted is because we have kidnapped you, and perhaps it's time to clear up that misconception.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Might be. Okay.
Do you want to continue somehow being a kidnapped victim?
I never intended to be a kidnapped victim. Everything just kind of fell apart at the same time.
No, that's fair.
Um,
It just sounds like you're hesitant about clearing this up.
If
So, as you guys are arguing about this, um,
Actually, it's a
how
big
quiet
word.
are you being?
not,
No.
it's Balder and Sybil. They're arguing.
Yeah,
Yes,
Okay.
we're
Yeah.
bickering.
Bickering is a very good word for what's happening.
Yeah, it's not
That is-
quite
it's what
as
they do.
important
what they
as
do.
arguing, but it's not just having a conversation. There's spite in these words.
Yeah, it's kind of what they do.
Yeah.
That's why I asked it while you guys were talking instead of just like in general afterwards.
Mhm, mhm.
So, Kiama, you have been kind of checking out some of the locations that have seen a little bit more strange activity in Cliffside, where stuff is growing a little bit faster than it should. And you catch this scent on a breeze that seems to be coming from the cliffs themselves as opposed to like along the cliffs. And it leads you around a couple of like alley style buildings, and you see plants and things growing from within what seems to be a crack in the wall, and hear people arguing about kidnappings.
Bickering.
Bickering.
Bickering
Yeah,
about
we're not
Totally
we're not
bickering.
arguing. Bickering.
This isn't an argument.
It's important.
I think she would like place her like hands and like ear against like anything that she could get to like try and getting like a better sound of what's going on. If she can hear the bickering, especially the kidnapping, it might not be like audible to them, but I even think that she might just like mutter to herself a little bit like, I heard some kidnapping. I talk about kidnaps. There's kidnapping? Hold on. It's just like up against this wall trying to listen in.
Okay, go ahead and continue, you two.
Kidnapping just feels like a bloated word. It's not.
Well, that's what they're being accused of.
I'm aware that's what they're being accused. We all know that they didn't actually. I don't know how to fix this. Billy's the one that has a hit out on us. It feels like so.
You could walk out there and be like, "Oh, sorry, I wasn't kidnapped."
Did we not try that? I feel like we tried that and it didn't
Did
work.
you?
Maybe. the last.
You are not instilling me with confidence right now with your little maybe. Did you or did you not? You either did it or not. Why did you?
Balder, Jax died yesterday. I've been busy.
Yes, you did a good job at that too. Don't need to pat yourself in the back.
Okay, this again.
Right, all right, right. The two of you. Settle down for a moment, please. Sybil, I understand that your mothers maybe not have the best relationship with you at the moment, but they are associated with the council, and I imagine that they've been lending their worry over you to Hopper's outlandish accusations. Would it not be best if we could speak to them?
I can't argue with that, but I would really, really love to.
Makes sense.
I understand that the relationship that you have with them is very fraught.
It's not even. I just. You're not wrong.
We also need to find Leona, wherever he may be.
Well, I mean, you can ask them.
But they might be able to get us to him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to ask this of you, Sybil, but I do think we need to find your family.
Yeah.
Kiama, make a intellect-based investigative check.
Oh, here we go. First roll.
Hell
All
yeah.
right.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
So your difficulty level is 4, so that means that you need a 12 or better. Do you have
Mhm.
any skills or features that might make that easier?
Investigation or investigative?
Yeah, it's investigative, so it has to do with observation, it has to do with searching any historical thing that you might do or have picked up. Additionally, you can attempt to ease your task by putting effort onto it if you wanted to spend the points for that.
Yeah, I think I will use an effort because as you've come to know about my girl's personality, she's not good at the focusing thing all that
Okay.
well.
Oh, you'll skip right in.
Yeah, it'd be great.
That's
Okay.
so
Yeah,
valid.
we'd have a
That's so
great time.
valid.
And
not
there
good,
wasn't
not good.
anything from impulsive that would ease it?
I didn't take impulsive. I'm
I
clever.
love that for you. I love that
Okay.
for you.
All right.
Yeah,
cool.
we were
Yeah,
between
yeah.
impulsive and clever, and I'm clever.
Okay. Okay, you want clever. So if
Mhm.
you are easing it, then I believe you have 2 intellect edge, so it would only cost you 1 point, and that brings it to a 9, so 9 or better.
It does. But how do you feel about a 4?
Ooh, that's a good
4
roll. That's a great
means
roll in
that
Cypher.
Oh,
unfortunately,
It's
while
like we
you
have a
heard
brand new
the
perfect party
majority,
member.
oh yeah, it's perfect.
That's
While you heard the majority of what was being said, because they are not being quiet, and there is
Mhm.
an echoing
I don't know
chamber
what you're
around
talking
them.
about.
Mhm.
You have no idea where the actual opening to this hidden passage is.
Too overgrown. There's so
Awesome.
many plants.
I think after hearing very specific details, also like not even accounting for, if the echo works for them and I can hear them, then they could probably hear me. But the team would probably hear some like echoing through the hallway of "I freaking knew it," and then shuffling sounds as she's desperately trying to find an opening of some kind and is failing miserably.
Hale goes
Yeah.
very still and like glares at the opening like, fuck.
And I can't find.
what's that?
Maybe they'll go away.
I
I feel like
won't.
people who the fuck are you?
What's happening?
It's
I don't know.
very nice to meet
I'm
you.
too
Hold on.
confused.
Where are you?
You can
guys?
make another
Like, on a-
attempt.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Why won't we
Someone
tell
pray
you
for
where
me.
we are?
You said it was a
Hale's
9,
just like
right?
edging back into the
You,
darkness.
unless you're putting effort onto it again.
Oh
it's
no, I'm not. I'm not. Sorry.
Okay, so it's a,
you're right.
it's a 12.
Don't worry, I got an 8. I doubled my roll last
hell
time, but
yeah.
I'm still failing.
Bravo. You still have no idea how to like work your way like around whatever is in your way to whatever entrance exit thing this is. It seems like the wall is echoing and talking at you, and that there are people behind it.
All right. You guys got to help me or something, because I don't.
No.
Where?
No, we
How did you
don't.
get in there?
Well,
Who
we
are
do.
you?
Why would we tell you where we are?
You should though. I'm so helpful. You don't even know. So we can all like chat and stuff. Where are you?
No.
Like, is there like a
What
magic
is
wall?
your name?
I mean, I think I'd like to see your face first, but I mean, you won't know who I am. I'm Kiama. It's very nice to meet you, magic wall people. But like I said, if you could tell me how to like see you, I'd appreciate it.
You said magic. How cool are you with magic?
You know, I have in the past been described as the coolest person ever, so I think that
I
answers
heavily
your
doubt
question.
While that conversation is happening, Jax leans over to Sybil and goes, I kind of zoned out. What's going on?
Somebody's outside and they're trying to come inside. That's the biggest thing. We
Outside of what?
are of where we are right now.
Oh,
Jax, do you know where we are?
I don't know.
think
Last
something's wrong with
Do you have a concussion?
Look, last I know,
He was dead.
last I know,
I
there was,
imagine there may be some
last I
long-term.
know there was like a sky. I saw the sky, and then like the air had electricity in it. I was kind of zoned out from that. You know what I mean? And I think I saw some dude's face in my mind. I don't know.
Yes, that was magic.
That you said.
We're here now. You're alive, as far as we know.
Holy shit.
You
No.
said your name is
Is that a
Kiama?
Is there
yes?
a door or something?
Is there a
You're
door?
you're
Is there a door?
You're still in the like hidden passageways, like
Mhm.
kind of the bend from the opening. So there's still some natural light, but not like obvious view of the outside. And it seems to be like someone is on the other side and hasn't found the opening yet.
I am going to jab Boulder in the ribs gently and be like, Boulder, you're good at
What?
talking to people, right? Maybe you
Right.
should talk. Go talk
Okay.
to them.
All right, go
See if
away.
They're cool.
We don't need another one.
Another what?
Can I
Nothing.
You don't know who I am? That could be racist.
can I see?
Okay, hang on a second.
Now you have to let him in.
I am also
Now you have to.
a fella, all right? Fuck you. We're assuming that I'm not.
Can I see outside?
You could move around the turn or curve to stick your head out if you want.
Do it.
Have to stick my head out, or can I see outside without sticking my head out? There's some specific I want to do here.
You can
That's always great to hear.
attempt. You can
Oh,
attempt
no.
a stealth check, essentially.
Oh, I'm not trying to stealth. I'm just trying to see if I can see.
All right. If
Like,
you are
do I have a
attempting-
view of anything?
If you are
Mhm.
attempting to view outside without making it obvious where you're looking from, then that is going to be stealthy. If you are going to attempt
I
to
don't
use
know.
a tool like a
I
mirror or
think he
something,
does. I don't think he
then you
means
will
looking
need
at.
to make an observation.
I think he's not trying to look at
Yeah, I mean, like,
guest player. I think he's just looking
yeah.
out the window, kind of.
There is no
Like,
window.
yeah, like just
It's a
looking.
cave.
But is
No, I know. I mean,
what
like,
I'm
look
asking is
outside.
if there's
trying
a
to
way for
turn a
me to
hall.
just
It's like
see.
you're trying to turn in a hall.
So there's no view of anything. It's just like a wall.
So you are currently kind of imagine a hallway, but it is a
Okay.
cave hallway. It is a cave hallway. And then a little bit further on,
Okay.
that curves sharply,
Uh-huh.
and it is a narrow passage to go out.
And we're at like the back
Oh,
of like a
so
building,
it's
right?
just-
The crack just leads to
Yes.
like the back
Okay,
of a
so
building.
we're just around.
Yes.
we're around the corner, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Foos just keeps rolling
Okay.
for shit and can't figure out where the opening is.
We got too many good plants in front.
Make them go away or bring them inside because they're making a lot of noise.
I told them to go away. It's like, what? Who are you? Why do you want to
walk
find
around.
us?
You're gonna
They
walk
gave us
around.
their name.
Okay.
I already said Kiama.
Right. There's another question though,
Yeah,
which is why do you want to go to where we are?
because like I said, I've been described as the coolest person in a lot of people's
That's
minds, and
okay.
I've heard that there's been some weird shit going on, and the fact that the kidnapped lady isn't kidnapped or some shit sounds pretty cool. And
Bring her
I
in,
think
bring her
by
inside.
No, we have to
association,
bring her in.
I should
We
be
have to bring her
involved.
Inside.
Oh, all right. And
While
then
you guys were
I guess we'll
discussing
give
this,
directions. I guess.
while you guys were discussing this, Jackson already said that he was gonna like poke his head out.
Oh,
Yep.
sorry,
So
okay.
Grab her, Jack.
So,
I'm just gonna
Jax,
full on walk around.
yeah,
I was gonna do a
Jax,
thing because I thought we
yeah.
were like hidden behind a wall,
No.
but
Yeah, like there's
I'm just gonna-
kind of cave wall
Gotta
between
peek around the
you.
corner.
There is
we are
cave wall
so good at
between
this.
We're
you,
amazing.
but like it's not like a building wall. But yeah, so Jax, you turn the corner to see out essentially. So Kiama, since you are in the process of bickering with them through the
What?
cracks in the cave
Bicker.
wall that are
Mhm.
allowing you guys to hear each other, please make an intellect-based observation roll to determine whether you see Jax before Jax sees you.
Okay,
It's
here we go.
happening.
do I have to make a
Let's
roll
see.
too for that, or
You gotta roll 16 to double your last roll.
What the hell? I fucking rolled a 16. That was prophetic.
Okay.
Listen, I can see the future.
So
It's
the reason why Foos had to roll but you didn't is because Foos has been actively trying to figure out where the opening is and is already looking around.
gotcha?
So you, like,
Gotcha.
in the process of this argument, are like
bickering.
kind of bickering, are still kind of trying to find the opening and figure out where it is and like make your case. And you see just kind of squeeze out between the like optical illusion of what looks like just a rough cut in the stone. Jax, would you like to describe your character, Jax?
Yes. Jax is the first thing you probably know about him is you see of him is his white hair, his white dreadlocks. He's got he's about 6'2".
Right
Good-
on
good
cue,
timing.
the nephew
Amazing
arrives.
timing.
Family.
It's that time
The
of year.
first- The
Yeah,
first thing you'll
truly.
notice is that he has a nephew.
It's just, we don't talk about him very often, but he's all
He has a 6-foot nephew.
Yeah, he's just kind of around. I don't know. It's
Look,
weird.
hold on. Wait, stop me. So Jax is 6'2". He's got white dreadlocks, dark skin. Except what you notice about his arms is that the dark skin fades into blue about halfway down his arm, and from then on, the rest of his arm is like sky blue. It's beautiful, actually. It's like a cool ombre effect. He is very muscular. He's got on a purple jacket, and a new shirt. You can tell it's brand new. And just normal pants and shoes. What else about him is there? Oh, his eyes are purple. There you go.
Just a footnote. His eyes are purple.
His eyes are purple. So
Perfect.
does Kiama attempt to duck out of sight as she sees him? Or
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
so
Bolt
please go
upright.
ahead
turn
and
to the direction.
describe what and who he sees.
Looking in the exact opposite direction initially and just staring at a wall, seemingly having a conversation with it, is about a 5'2", very young adult, probably like 21, 22 year old girl. She has sort of brown skin as well. She has very long, sort of curly hair that at the moment looks like it's kind of loosely tied back, so it's kind of a mess in front of her face. The rest of her clothes seem kind of perfect for sort of like travel or just kind of getting around pretty easily and kind of blending in, as she's chosen mostly dark colors. But you can kind of tell that they look pretty new. It looks like perhaps this is someone who is feeling a little big in their britches and is out wandering around, feeling real cool. But she kind of makes eye contact with you at the moment and is just, hey, how did you get frostbite here? What's wrong with your hand? That's probably something else. I'm sorry. That might have been rude. Hello.
I was born this way. Yeah.
You were born. Okay. You were born with frostbite?
It's an immediate size. No, it's just my skin. It's an immediate size up. OC. Like we've been running into people. And there are people who want to kill us. And this person was like kidnapped person. So Jax is he walks out and it's an immediately like like seeing if you're capable or not. Like
She does not look intimidating at all.
I feel like somebody might want to go after Jax.
Bring her inside or make her leave.
oh,
I mean, we can hang out. That's cool too, you know.
We will not hurt you, but maybe you come into the darkness.
No promises.
Sure. All right. Is that where she's gonna like walk by Jax if he'll let her? Just be like, all right.
The self-preservation.
Great, another one.
He puts
Perfect.
a hand out and he's like, wait, hold on. Bring your back, you say?
Or killer. One of the
Yes.
two.
Okay,
No,
this is
don't
my
kill
niece.
anyone.
My niece.
We're not murderers.
Oh, I
I
beg
am-
to differ.
Right here.
It's like he's looking behind him like, seriously, Balder.
I'm pretty sure we
Family.
are, but it's all right.
With your arm
no,
out,
no.
Kiama is actively poking your blue skin.
It is indeed skin.
I love
It's
them.
not a different texture or anything.
yeah,
It does
it's
not feel
skin.
like it's paint or anything.
Oh, all right. Well, that's.
Are you touching my arm?
I am touching the blue parts of your arm. I'm actively poking it.
No.
Yeah.
No. Hi.
Jax, you're
Oh,
wanted.
I
Maybe
work
get
out a
in
lot.
here quick, please.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I knew
I'm
he was
coming.
wanted. That's
Follow
okay.
me.
It's not
Uh-huh.
you.
So you guys
Who are you?
go in. I guess
you know,
okay, yeah.
I don't mean to be rude, but I know the echoes are weird and stuff, but I hope no one's hard of hearing. If you are, I can enunciate better so everyone can hear me. But my name is Kiama.
Kiama. Okay.
Yes.
Kiama.
Correct.
I can't handle this.
All right.
So hold on. She's gonna point at Sybil. You're the one who was kidnapped, not kidnapped, not kidnapped, kidnapped.
Hello.
Not kidnapped.
Hello.
Not
Careful,
kidnapped.
she's a killer.
Not kidnapped.
He got better. Balder got better. Not a killer.
You got better?
You died.
Oh, me.
You-
Sorry.
We don't
Oh,
need
yeah.
to. Just got here, guys.
Huh. Okay.
I came back. It's fine.
Not kidnapped.
Not kidnapped. All right. Good. That's
I did.
I kind
I
of
got kidnapped.
had-
They kidnapped me. That's actual fact. They did.
That's
Why
Frodo
did I
was
kidnap you?
kidnapped. Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
That is kind of-
kidnapped no one. And Kale
It's
has like crept off
Oh,
back
no.
into the darkness, so their voice just comes from the shadows. It's not ominous
Okay.
at all.
Yeah.
so
I
magic
feel
voices.
Balder's also not visible.
Yeah.
Like I was already like away from the group.
Yeah, so since the only one that is clearly visible, apparently, is Sybil. Would you like to go ahead and re-describe what Sybil currently looks
Oh.
like?
Yes,
To our lovely guest player.
Sybil, do you remember Calico Critters?
What?
There were these little bitty, like I'll find a picture. Don't worry. Sybil is just like a little maxi bookish, like I don't know, like 5'5". She's like probably around 19 or 20, around your age. Has like short, like messy hair that like at the what's it called? The part is like iridescent. It's like growing out in like white
Sparkly
blood,
white.
yes, sparkly. She's a little bit see-through, a little bit translucent. But she's just wearing like a cardigan and just like does not look like she should be here either. She's just like, hi.
It's nice to meet you. I'm glad you're not kidnapped, I think. Yes.
Hi.
Right? No
I'm
one wants
not.
to be kidnapped.
Oh,
She's
nice.
done more
to-
kidnapping than she's been kidnapped, actually.
So that's
Well, that
are you cool? Are
It's
you
true.
I'm super
in
cool.
front of our guest.
Okay.
You're not here to kill us or anything, right? Because I'll kill you first.
I mean, if I was trying to kill you, I wouldn't just, say hi to you and make fun of your hands. I probably would have attacked you.
No,
immediately.
he
So
would.
I would.
I think
He
we're good.
would.
Let's not jump straight to death threats, shall we? Kiama,
No, no,
thank
I'm
you
just saying
for
it's just a fact.
joining
It's
us.
just like,
It's true. He
this is
would.
what happened.
So
Pretty
that's
sure he threatened
Balder,
me.
and that's Jax,
Yeah.
and that's Kale. We're cool too, right, guys? We are
Well-
gonna be cool.
I'm
Some of
going
us are
to
some more than others.
do my reading people at Kiama and just see if she is in fact as cool as she says with the
Am I
nonsense
never
that's
not cool,
happening.
Sybil?
Okay, so this would generally be either you choose to let Pale read you, or an opposed roll where you either attempt to
If you're not cool.
deceive or
Mhm.
persuade.
Okay.
So you can choose to just let Pale read you, or you can try to persuade and seem a particular way, or you can attempt to deceive to trick into being a particular way.
Gotcha. I still can't see Kale right now, right? So
No,
it's
I'm just a mysterious voice in the
something's-
shadows.
something's happening that I don't really see
Yep,
because
yep,
all
yep,
right,
yep.
I think because she can't see, there's going to be a natural reaction to kind of be like to
Ooh.
play not let her in immediately or
foul,
not let them
yeah.
in, excuse me, them in. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, it's a
I
bit of
mean,
a
perfectly
Freudian slip
reasonable.
right there.
Perfectly reasonable.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I am a
I'm
monster
always
in the
cool.
shadows.
When am I never
You
cool?
know- No, you're being cool, but like threatening to kill someone isn't cool.
I'm not threatening to. I'm just saying if you try to kill me, that's just natural.
Yeah,
you know?
no, which is fair, but like that's kind of threatening to people, especially like she's just
Also,
kind of.
Can I get a written version
really?
of what the name is like? Because I can't see the name.
Oh
So,
yes, I'm
'cause
sorry. I'll put it in
No, it's okay.
the Twitch chat.
I'm not. I am on
Kiama.
hotspot. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Ah,
Kiama. So Kiama.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
There you
I'm
go.
Like a
making sure. Because I've
17 on that.
wanted to say the name and I have no fucking clue. My brain just
Yeah.
took it one ear out the other.
All right, cool. What did you say you got, Alina?
A 17, and I'm one step down because I'm skilled in listening or reading people.
Yeah, so opposed rolls are you add 3 instead of it
Oh.
making a difficulty change
Yes,
because
right.
you can't like change someone else's roll.
No.
So Foos, what was
Oh.
your roll?
Nat 20.
Nat
Ooh.
20.
So if I add 3, I also get a
so-
20, but you have a major effect.
Yeah, you have a major effect.
Okay.
How are you attempting to appear, whether that is through persuasion or deception? Does not matter which.
I almost feel like it would be somewhere in between. I think she's leaning into kind of her trickery side, where anything you read from her is going to be just dialed up. So whatever, like her interest in kind of like fixing the corruption is instead turned into like a cheesy superhero story with like almost
Yeah.
like bright colors. She's wearing a cape in some of the memories or something. Like it is.
Oh yeah.
It's over the top, but it is very like heroic and I'm
Okay.
so cool vibes.
So
Awesome.
this
Awesome.
like the modern interpretation of Gen Alpha gives no fuck. Gen Alpha is the honey badger.
Mhm.
You have
Oh,
that
gosh.
personified in front of you.
I'm like,
She is going to take down the council herself, as far as you are aware.
actually, that's very good. So there's like a moment of silence from the shadows, and you can kind of feel something watching you. And maybe there's even like a flash of like, you know how cats' eyes will like kind of flicker in a night in the light. There's a little bit of that. And it's like a green flash of 2 eyes watching you, and then this very small, very strange person walks out of the shadows.
It's
They're
like
even shorter than
Mushu.
you.
The,
Yes, they're like 5 foot tall. Their hair is currently just a mess and like this green blue puff with some little bits of leaves stuck in it, maybe growing from their hair. They are wearing like an ancient robe, but a very ornate robe that goes down to nearly the ground. They are wearing some very, very worn boots and pants underneath that. But the robe itself is magnificent. And then it only goes down to about their elbow, and their forearms are completely scaled in these teal greenish scales. And they have very sharp claws at the end of that, and they will walk over. They also have, wrapped around their shoulder, a copper dragon that's about, maybe just over a foot long. And it's sort of like watching you from behind their weirdly pointed ears. And they will march right up and offer you a hand and say, Kiama, pleasure to meet you. You may call me Kale.
Kale, nice to meet you. She's shaking your hand. She's gonna look back at Sybil and just, are we the only two without cool hands, or is that the theme?
I don't want to be a bummer.
wow.
And she holds up a hand, and it's just fully see-through.
Oh,
She's like,
all right. Well, Kale, it's very nice to meet you and your cool-handed friends.
Magic does seem to affect the hands
You gotta
first.
step your
I
game
don't know
up.
why.
Okay, well, that's cool.
I was born like this before magic came back, so I don't know. Maybe.
I think Balder was too, right?
That's
Balder,
right.
do you want to come and meet our guest?
Not particularly, no.
okay.
Okay.
You're one of us who isn't wanted.
Yeah, and I'd like to stay that way. I'm not going to show my face to some random stranger that walks off of the street.
I'll like look over at Kiama and meet your eyes, and then look back at Balder and be like, I think we can trust them. Them? What's your pronoun? She. I think we can trust her.
Well, no, that's just hurtful. Considering how much
Also,
hate I got for being untrustworthy when you kidnapped me.
You are untrustworthy.
That's
Or
not,
were.
that's not the point. All right? There's reasons.
I trust Balder.
And
Thank
going
you,
through it
Jack.
the last couple of days.
I don't
sorry
trust you as far as I can throw you.
It's been a very strange
Wait,
few
that's
days.
That's
not
fair.
what I said. Yeah. You scare me.
I mean, you
You-
can't
you-
throw me very far. I don't think
yeah.
you could throw me.
Well, let's see. I mean, maybe.
You seem surprisingly
I mean, you could try.
about all of this.
I don't feel like I should. Really?
this is kind of common knowledge, I guess, depending on who you ask and who you're around and whatever. And there's been a lot of chatter about
Us?
most of you. I think GM, help me. Has she seen anything on Balder? Because I know the other three, she had like their one of time,
You-
but
have no idea who Balder is. You
Okay.
have never heard the name before. As
You
far
haven't even
as you
seen him.
know, it's just the pair that have theoretically abducted Sybil.
right,
Like, theoretically.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay.
You
Horrible
have no idea.
kidnappers.
Like, there's another person.
Okay, got you. I was making sure I didn't like know anything about this, but yeah. So I have heard of, or all three of you, and Magic Shadow Man. I imagine will stay Magic Shadow Man, and that's fine. Whatever you're comfortable with, it's cool.
I
But
don't
yeah,
like the darkness, but I prefer that over someone I don't know.
Balder,
May
is
I?
okay.
Why are you looking for us? No, we need. This is a stranger. We've got to answer some questions.
he sounds like fun. I know about this stuff because my family kind of deals with it a little bit, and sometimes listening or look at things or still documents, whatever it might be. But the thing is, this was all
Hey,
very sus to me in terms
Sybil.
of her being kidnapped, not kidnapped, and stuff.
Yeah, what's up?
She said she still documents and you still document. That's how it goes.
Who's your family?
Family deals with like politicians and stuff. It's like a thing, you know. Is that common among like
Yes.
children of politician people?
It's common
is
among
everybody still
politicians in
talking?
general. To be fair.
Oh,
Yeah. Yet to
Not
meet a
gonna lie,
politician that isn't shady.
I don't know what to say because all of your audios cut out at the same time.
Oh no.
Oh,
Sybil's just like shakes her head and comes back into. I'm so sorry. I didn't get any of that.
are you okay?
Wait, does Kiama look familiar? If we're around the same age and we have kind of,
Oh yeah.
did you go to the academy? Like, would I have met you before?
Well, you look like a fancy type, and I'm not, so probably not.
I mean, academy takes everybody, but I bet like
Who's your family, Kiama, if you don't mind me asking?
I
That's a
don't
good
know.
question.
See, part of the problem is they work for important people as like scribes and such. So I don't know if I should be ratting them out because I have big plans because shit around here sucks and I think we should fix it. But I don't want to mess with them too much.
Absolutely.
You know, I still love them, but you know, they're kind of feeding into the system a little bit. But I can use that to fuck with the system.
what does that mean to you?
So
Like, what side are you on?
That's a subtle question.
Uh-huh. I'm good at
Huh.
subtlety.
You are. I'm on the side that a lot of this fucking government shit is bullshit and don't like it and everything sucks.
Okay,
They're not being real honest about things or open
Absolutely.
and abusing things. I don't like it. It's not cool.
So like
Hey.
visibly relaxes. It's
Hey,
I
like,
wanted to
okay.
go in there and kill everybody, but they stopped me.
I'm gonna be while Kiama is talking. I'm gonna use understanding. I'm gonna read.
Ooh.
Just gonna keep an eye on it. I'm specifically paying attention to anything that feels out of place.
Okay. So, are you using an ability or are you just
Well, I
rolling
have
to observe?
this. I have understanding. It gives me
Understanding?
interaction with that creature.
Yeah.
That's
Um, so that's generally a combat-ish thing, but I have let you use it outside of combat before. So similarly to Kale's attempt to read
yeah, that's fine.
Kiama, it's going to be an opposed roll.
Mhm.
So
It's only down
go
here for
ahead
me,
and
folks. I hit a 20 last
go,
time.
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and roll.
I'm gonna put some effort.
Okay, so that is another 3 added on. So you've got 1 from your ability and 1 from your effort. So you have 6 added to your roll.
There's a 17 on the dice.
I also got a 17 on the dice.
But you do not have additions.
I do have. I'm trained in lies and trickery. I don't know if that.
I am
So that
trained
would-
in deception, persuasion, and pleasant social interactions.
Yeah, so
don't
I'm
know
the
any-
speaker in this club, man.
I
Come on.
believe
yeah, so you're not gonna, unfortunately, unless you've got some stuff that you are really dropping on that, I think that our speaker has it up on you with
Yeah.
a freaking 23.
What he does.
Yeah, so as far as you can tell, Kiama, like, how honest have you been, or what would Balder be able to understand from you based off of what he's looking for?
I think the only time he would see any kind of hesitation in being honest is in reference to the family. And she did mention that it was more for their safety than anything else. And she worries about them. But everything else, while maybe a little conflated to make her seem a certain way, which is impressive or cool in her mind, does not seem to be deceptive in any way.
In that case, having coming to the understanding that it could be genuine. I'm gonna emerge from the shadows, tentacle arm first.
These fucking hands.
Some weird
Yeah,
hands.
you see a tentacle hand like emerge from the shadows and clasp the wall because I'm leaning on it. And then from the shadows emerges Balder in the most cliche pirate outfit you can possibly imagine, with a like sword on the side, big flowing billowing cape, pirate hat with a feather on it, like the whole thing. I also have a crystal shard protruding from my neck. That's still there.
It's just in the neck.
Yep. It's probably bleeding still, but I
Yeah,
haven't done anything.
It's like 2 inches long, but embedded into
Yeah.
the neck. So you can see maybe an inch and a half of it.
Ooh.
And like there's a couple of other crystal shrapnel that's like embedded into his skin.
Which, by the way, this is the thing that I keep being told that not to worry about. That, oh, it was
Fine, you're
yesterday.
fine.
It's old stories. Still me. Anyway, he emerges and he goes, right. Right now.
Everyone is like a comic book character in some kind of way, and I think you guys would notice her sheepishly putting her hands behind her back because she's not part of Cool Hand Club. But it is nice to put a face to the Shadow Man voice.
I can get too used to it.
Okay.
So you just show up here for no reason, or what's
Oh,
why are you
well,
here?
no, I heard there was some. I mean, these two were wanted for reasons that I think were kind of cool. So I wanted to see what was going on. And then obviously I heard
You thought hang
For
on.
what?
You thought kidnapping was cool.
well, no, because it didn't seem like she was kidnapped. So I was, trying to figure out what was going
Absolutely
on.
correct.
But what
confirm.
other stuff? What other
No,
stuff is
not-
am I wanted for that's
Sure.
cool? What is it like?
She's
What
actually a
else?
kidnapper.
She's a kidnapper. Oh,
Right,
right.
yeah.
'Cause she kidnapped you or something. Is that what we're saying?
Nobody's kidnapped
That's-
anyone.
that's
We're
what
all
Well, no, I was straight up
working
not allowed
together.
to leave. Remember?
We did kind of kidnap Butler. I'm not gonna lie.
And then we
did
gave
kinda
you our
do it.
money twice, and you went off and did
There's a
things
whole
and then
moment
came
of, like,
back.
you can't-
So
Jax punched a wall to keep me from going, which was impressive, by the way.
No, that was actually just me helping you inspect. You said you were inspecting the wall, so I was like, I'll
Oh.
test integrity too.
Oh, right, yeah, no,
No one
yeah,
is
because I used to
kidnapped.
be a wall inspector.
Kiama, you are not kidnapped either. You are free to leave at any
No.
point. But we would love to
Well,
know
that's
more about what's
also
going on
not
in the
true.
city.
You're not-
We've
Yes,
been
please.
very deep
No,
underground
it
for
very
quite some
much
time.
wasn't true either. We weren't letting Balder leave.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I have some information.
Do I
that
do things that
maybe I
come
can
off
share
as
with you.
threats often? Am I
Well,
threatening?
Yes, you are.
Oh, I'm
You're
sorry.
very scary. Yes.
I just think some of these things are just
Well,
common
think of-
sense. Like
okay,
if you
yeah.
kill me,
Well,
if you try to kill me, I'll kill you. Like that's just normal. Like, you know what I
right.
mean?
Well, here's the thing.
Or like punching a
You-
wall is like,
Normal people don't punch walls. Is the thing. No one does that.
I don't
Oh.
think any of us count as normal people any longer. But we should not punch
Right.
walls, and let's be kind to one another.
I'm not so uncertain.
The boys seem very friendly. I'm happy to be here.
They're honest.
Don't get too comfortable. You're not going to be here for long. Neither are we. It's all right.
Okay.
That's very ominous, Balder. What are you planning?
Yeah.
We're going to go
violence-
talk to. We're going to fix this whole thing. It's not like we're going
Yes,
to be here for a couple more
absolutely.
years.
I would very much love to get out of the underground at any point, but they're looking for us above ground.
Are they
Disguises
still,
will help, but
are they still looking for us? You've been outside more recently than us.
Yeah.
Great. Cool.
No, I don't think with as much intensity, but still happening.
The whole
Right.
academy
Yeah,
thing did
I
kind
don't know.
of interrupt the motivation there.
Yeah. Yeah.
yes, what happened with the explosion at the academy?
Let Foos go back to her notes real quick. Hold on, sorry.
sorry,
No,
NPC.
I was
love
reviewing this before, and now I was like, oh no, I forgot. She gave me specific notes on this, so don't mind me.
Lord Dropper. Tell us what you know.
I was
Yeah,
looking at
founder
the
members.
rules in between like chats, so that's why I was thinking about the rules and not the lore that I was
Right, right,
given.
right. It was that
Pardon
tasty,
me.
tasty exposition.
That's so valid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
I'm learning a new
I mean, I
don't
look
be
at the
di-
rules every
don't-
time we play, so it's
yeah,
like,
don't be disappointed because like it was not a lot. Kiama was not present during the explosion, otherwise
No.
Kiama would be in medical care.
right, right. Okay, right. Okay, I got it. We got the details here. According to the timeline. A couple days ago, there was a big old explosion at the academy or whatever. And then after that, the abduction of some fancy schmancy daughter lady. Who, by the way, I like your hand and your hair, very nice looking. And people were saying that it was some sort of like anarchist move or something. But the Delvers were behind it, and the I think we're part of Deep View, which I'm pretty familiar with. So it all sounded pretty sketch, and that's part of the reason I was like, I gotta go check some things out, especially with all the wanted stuff and the kidnapping, not kidnapping.
Well,
they want us down there too,
found
so it's
us.
okay. Yeah.
It's true.
We can confirm that no sort of kidnapping took place.
Yeah. I mean,
Balder.
that's kind of what
I
I
look,
figured.
I
at
look
first.
at Balder.
Except I'm Boulder.
We are also trying to find some way to keep the city from exploding into violence. I know that the council has been lying to all of us for some time.
Yeah. I mean, avoiding the violence is going to be probably pretty tough, but if we keep working behind the scenes, maybe we can get some progress. And it sounds like we're kind of aligned, maybe, so I can help you
You
out a
said-
little bit.
You said that your family was scribes?
Yeah.
Scribes for the council? Scribes
They are more on the. Let me double check as well before I say something wrong.
Kiama
I'm
stares in
getting
the
worried.
distance.
Yeah, Kiama for a second just blanks out for half a second. And part of this is
Cool,
because we
cool.
like talked a lot of this out, so don't mind me. Where are my notes for this?
They're over there.
Her parents are bum, 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 bum. Oh my goodness. I forgot where. They were paralegals, if I remember correctly, right, GM?
One is kind of a paralegal slash mediator. One is kind of like a law scribe, so kind of a paralegal. And then one is a mediator.
That's what it
I
was.
was
The
letting you
mediator.
kind of figure out which
I
one was
super-
which.
I super forgot which one that there was a mediator. That's what it was. Thank you.
Yes.
She'll explain. So my dad is a paralegal of the law scribe variety. My mom's a mediator.
So you
Oh,
would attend-
so you work? They work their Sabar a lot.
Ish.
Sabar is the council
have you seen
member
Sabar
that is in
recently?
charge, essentially, of that area.
Yeah, the mom would. But I think if Balder is reading into her at all, I think he would notice a little bit of hesitation there. Just again because of protection of parents. But you hear ish.
Have they? Have you seen Sabar recently? Has she talked about me or like the fight we had?
Jax.
No, on all accounts.
That's probably for the best, honestly.
Absolutely. So,
Um,
she almost killed you.
He's so fast.
Does someone have a
Oh,
crutch?
almost being the operative word.
He beats her up in 3 punches.
Yeah.
She almost killed me.
Yeah.
Is that what does it?
Um,
Okay.
She did leave you for dead. I will point that out. Just, I know.
No, she left me for life.
So Kiama,
Yes. Hello.
you would know people that are used to copying a lot of information and getting it out quickly to the people.
Yep.
Absolutely.
We you say that you want
to help. And I think we're all on the same page here, but we have not so recently come into some information that we need to
Disseminate as widely as possible.
as quickly as possible. Does that sound like something that you could help with?
Probably. I think we might have to be a little cautious about how it comes to. I mean, because they're bound by law and stuff. I'm not, but we gotta. I don't want. I don't want something to come back to them. Is what it is. If we want something to be broadcast in a way that's kind of anonymous, that might be better. As opposed to an official publication with my parents' names on it, I would prefer that.
You're not that.
Why would it be?
That's workable.
Parents?
I hadn't considered a flyer campaign before, but that might be a good way to get information out, especially to those who are already disinclined to listen to the council.
Fantastic.
been in the-
I
I could just walk out there and teleport
Hold on.
No,
in front of people.
it's not a good idea.
Did I forget that you could do that?
That was.
No, it's a new thing.
it-
Remember
well,
when I
it
struck
was
you with
immediately
lightning?
after you had been struck by lightning, so you didn't actually see it happen the one time it
Great.
occurred.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
unconscious.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
did
boy.
do it. I did do it to
Maybe-
fight the guards a few episodes ago. I did do it then. I will say.
Which I also don't think that I saw because I was outside
No.
of the room.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, see, that's the thing you can do now. It's not great.
Okay.
I feel like
It's
there are
really
better
cool.
ways.
It takes a lot
No.
though.
I feel like there's better ways to do things. Just not.
I mean, if
Oh,
people see me
Kiama.
teleport, they're gonna be like, "Whoa, that's wild."
yes.
have
What about that?
the changes spread to the surface now? It's hit the
Yes.
people of Deepview very hard, but there was already magic up here weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. I
How
think
is
the other thing.
city taking that not well.
I mean, about as well as you'd imagine. I mean, if it's helpful to the council in some way, then that's cool. If it's not cool. As per usual, opportunistic little fucks.
Have they been continuing to disappear anyone who is too powerful?
I don't think I know. Do I know that?
You have no idea.
I mean, I have no idea. Okay, good.
It sounds like something they would do, but you have no idea.
I wouldn't put it past them, but I have zero data on that.
Right. Well, we
And
have
what I should say is
rescued.
my family has no data on it.
Right. We've already rescued one person who has been disappeared by the council for being too unusual.
He's fine now.
He's all right.
Tentacle arm doesn't count.
Are we gonna go around breaking people out again?
We have
Oh,
to.
Honestly,
No,
I don't know what
I-
to do other than
I was kidnapped. They didn't save me. That's what they actually
Baldur?
made me. They actually made more trouble for me.
You've made that abundantly
these
clear. I appreciate
horrible
it.
people.
They asked a question, and I answered.
Thanks.
Oh,
She just looks back at Kale.
They asked out of character. They asked me a question.
Right.
Yeah, no, like
You're good.
Okay.
Balder's just standing there like, a new person, please understand I've been kidnapped. And we're like, Balder, you could go if you want. And
You
he's
could
like,
leave
"Please
whenever
help
you
me." I've been kidnapped.
Every 20 words or so, kidnapped is thrown in if Balder's speaking.
It's important. Okay,
Gotta make sure.
that's the only reason I'm here.
Right.
So are we gonna go around like breaking people out of prison again? I'm totally fine with this, by the way. I'm totally fine
I
with
don't
breaking
know.
people out of prison.
Just
That's
a
such a
moment.
fun time.
Pico, would you mind? And I'll turn to the little dragon on my shoulder, who will sort of nod and then run down into my arms and curl up in my hand into the shape of a teapot. And then for a second, it looks like just a curled up dragon, and then it just becomes a teapot. Thank you. Just a
Whoa.
moment. I'll take the lid off, and then I will reach my entire arm into the teapot, like up to the shoulder practically.
Do you have his consent?
Oh, yes. And then pull out like a bunch of rolled up papers.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
thank you. And then hand them over to Sybil while I, deal with Pico again.
Yeah, that's I want to say normal, but yeah. Here you go. Oh,
He doesn't see shit.
so that is the favorite.
Do you have his consent?
Fuck.
For everyone who is not Kale,
Clip that. Can we
Kale
clip
has
that?
only been able to do this since you guys woke up.
Oh, great.
I don't think we've
I'm
seen
new
this.
experience for
I
everyone.
don't think we've seen this yet.
Wait,
Because Kale did it like somewhere off away from us, I believe. So we haven't seen this yet.
Arm deep in a teapot. How I roll. That's how I do.
that was once a living creature.
It still
Just
is.
seconds ago.
Yeah,
one day,
I mean,
one
pop
day,
back into one.
one day, Kale's just gonna step inside and we're just gonna.
I'll be like, you know what?
It's
I've
gonna
had
be
enough of this. Bye.
Okay.
Right. So
Uh,
these, if you wanted to look at them.
So, which of the many documents you guys have purloined are you handing off to Kiama? Because you have stolen
I think
documents from a couple of
so
different
many-
people.
So many documents.
I think specifically the ones that we got and decoded from Sabar's.
From Sabars.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That talk about like the disappearances and the
Yes.
the covering up of magic. The fact that they had knowledge like a year ago
Okay.
Yeah.
Do
and have
you
been hiding it.
hand her the law book that is the Cypher as well? Because it is
Probably
all in
it's
code,
the-
remember?
We wrote out our translations though, so,
So,
probably
so
it's
you,
the
you wrote the
translated page.
translations out?
Probably.
Okay, so that's what you're
Yeah.
handing over.
I'm
Okay.
imagining it's like in the margins.
I
Yeah.
did it. I don't know how to.
Yes. Boulder did do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I don't know how to write. I can't write.
Yeah, we were working together. I can write.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can.
Um,
I'm just giving you the credit that you wrote it.
Is Scott still on?
Yeah, there's
Scott still on my
a
shoulder?
very large rat on his shoulder.
oh.
Yeah.
Is this one of those things where you did like the owner looks like the pet or the pet looks like the owner or something? Because she's pretty dragony, or they, excuse me, I'm sorry. They is pretty dragony, and you have a rat?
No, this is Scott. He's the Rat King. The king of the rats.
Yes, absolutely.
To be
I'd
honest,
like
I
to
don't
point out that is
The other day,
of the Ponzi.
the other
I'm
day
the
he led an
fox.
army of rats against the guards.
I am so happy to know that there is a king of the rats. Honestly, I think that has made my day. That's an incredible
He
fact that
defended
I
Deep View.
needed.
And he like nods at
Him
you
and his army
squeaks.
defended Deep View from.
Like the rat seems to be self-aware enough to where it can understand you guys, nods at you and squeaks.
Put up a hand for a high five.
Just kind of headbutts you because it's
Oh, come on.
rat.
Oh,
You're embarrassing me in front of the guests.
I know
Stop,
this
oh,
is
stop it.
probably like a lot to take in, but we got these from Sabar's personal home.
Does she know?
She has known.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
does she know that we have them? Probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
But she's
she knows that
known
we took
about
him. Yeah, she
the-
said. I think she mentioned something about.
Is she?
She
Yeah,
sure?
she
mentioned
mentioned
that
that.
while beating your ass. She
Oh,
mentioned that while beating your ass
Yeah.
and asked where they were.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
She
yeah.
was like, "Where's my documents?" And then boom, and then I dodged a few times, but damn, she is like a truck.
I don't think
What's
it's
a
very
truck?
difficult to do.
Oh, what's the truck?
No, it's a truck. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
All right.
You'll know in the future.
Perhaps we should
What?
summarize. We went to go and look into the strange
Hmm?
things affecting all of us, went into the deeps, found a lot of stuff, found ourselves in Sabar's house. She mentioned that the council is also corrupt and has her suspicions. We may have taken some of her papers as proof. Ran away. She tried to kill us. Almost killed Jax. But long story short, magic is returning to the world. The council is trying to cover it up and control it.
I was also kidnapped somewhere on Metal.
and
I think I could take her now. I
Also, the council has
feel
known about
better.
this
You
for
know,
over a
everything's
year.
coming back to life.
that magic is returning. And
I
have
don't
been
think that made you stronger,
systematically
mate.
kidnapping anyone who's too strange and magical, probably to use their powers in some way.
You totally did.
Yeah, well, it's kind of part of the reason I'm rocking this incredible do right now. But she's gonna kind of pull out the like loose braids and ties that she has around her hair, which is down to about the middle of her back. But as she does so, in kind of like bursts of a moment, her hair just kind of seems to float up. If anyone has seen the Sinbad animated movie, kind of similar to Air, and it just kind of floats in space for a moment and kind of like follows her as she moves her head. Yeah, things have been happening and whatever, and she kind of just gathers it back down and braids it up again.
That's brilliant.
That's really cool. So wait, was that Sybil, you notice, just like grabs a notebook from just somewhere and is just like, so how long has this been happening to you? It's just like immediately trying to take notes on your condition.
A while. Let's say a while. No, but it's my parents were real worried, so they're they're trying to keep me in hats and stuff all the time. But I think it's pretty cool. The only problem is if you're doing some sneaky things, I have been hidden behind a thing once or twice, and my hair just decides to rat me out every time. So that's a disadvantage, I'll say.
Have you ever
Otherwise,
considered going bald?
No, absolutely not.
No.
So
Do
you're
you
not
know
under
if your
control
hair
of it.
just flies? Does your hair fly away if you cut a little bit of it?
That's actually a fantastic question. I think she's just gonna try and like pull out a strand and then just like hold it up and see what happens.
Oh, I think you're
Are you
muted.
muted, Evie?
Hello?
We don't hear you.
Okay, yes. It's
Feels
I was
like-
muted because I was moving some stuff around. So it seems to just kind of hover there for a second. Very, very obviously, like hovering the way that her hair had just kind of raised in the air, and then slowly drifts down.
Oh.
Okay,
That's
so for a
cool.
moment,
Oh, that's cool.
thanks. I told you I'm pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Can you teach me how to do that? Is it like, is this like a, you know how to, no?
I mean, only if I can, get into the cool hand club. I would prefer not to have a tentacle though. So if you can find a way for me to have cool hands,
I
Cool.
think you're probably already part of the Cool Hand Club. Just, without the actual annoyance of this.
listen, I think your scales are very shiny and beautiful. So
Thank you. Have
Very
you
nice.
noticed any other strange effects that come with that?
visually, no, but at the best of times, it seems like I don't need to worry about falling. I guess is how I can say it.
Oh, that's very useful.
Oh, yeah, it is.
You just float. You just like,
Yeah, pretty much.
Kinder.
Yes, actually.
Did
She
she?
being very cool with rats.
Rats are great. They're very smart. They're very misunderstood.
We had a friend that you would probably have gotten along very, very well with. This is great and cool and fun. We might be on a bit of a time crunch.
Oh, sure. No, I'm down to clown. Where are we going?
To the very sort
Okay.
of power of the city.
Right.
of course.
Eventually, I don't know that. So hold on. We
You
have
could just
to
go.
disperse the information somehow and tell my parents that I didn't get kidnapped so that I can call off everything else that's happening. What do we I feel like there's an order of operations here that I don't see.
We go speak to your family so they don't to kill Jackson Kill.
It would be so cool if that was the one you didn't say.
they could try.
Yes.
Jax, see, that's I understand, but that's also really scary. Because like that's
What do you mean?
Sybil's family. It sounds like you're ready to kill her.
Oh, I mean, I'll kill anybody who tries to kill me.
Right,
That's just
no.
the natural order of things.
But what no, that's fair. But
We're-
Pat,
We can have a
I'm not
conversation
gonna go
about,
seek
like,
it out, right? Like,
etiquette
but like,
later.
if they come at if they come at me, I'm just, they're gonna get whopped. I don't know what you
Yeah,
want me to tell you. Like,
Do you remember how you were
Imagine-
asking if it was like it was if it felt threatening? That's it.
What is happening?
I would
Oh.
imagine,
Parents are
Sybil, you
about
do
to
not
get
want your
whopped. Is
parents
what's
to
about to
be
happen.
hurt in any sort of way. Yes, correct?
that's
I would really, yeah, I would prefer it if they didn't get murdered by Jax
And-
or
and
anyone
or
else.
I'm not gonna hurt
hurts,
your
injured?
family. I'm not gonna hurt your family.
Can I just get kind of a blanket intellect roll from you guys since you're trying to figure out your order of operations and
How smart are
whether or
we?
Listen,
not
I am
the
certain
parents
of
are
what
in
the order of
good,
danger
actually.
from
operation is.
Jax's.
That's a natural
16.
19.
Nice.
Am I also rolling?
Yeah, like
Yes.
just trying to figure out what would be best and whether or not they would pose a danger or to themselves by attempting to attack Jax.
That's 13 for me.
Okay. Kale, what did you get?
16.
16. You can also
I got
attempt
a natural one.
Foos if you wanted, but yeah.
I got a
so
15.
yeah,
I actually rolled
uh,
okay.
yeah. So the natural one is probably why Balder is just like, okay, so what are we doing? But yeah. So with that 19, Sybil, you are actually kind of correct. It would be easier to start disseminating information on your way to visiting the parents, because getting to the parents will not be easy, considering that you don't know if they are home or on a research mission or hanging with Harper.
Mhm.
You are also vividly aware of if they are not individually at home, they will have people around them that will attack the ones that are supposedly your abductors, which will immediately start a fight.
But maybe if you put out a personal statement saying that you're not kidnapped and the council is lying?
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can make that a priority to try and pull back the whole "my daughter has been abducted by these two terrorists" type of vibe that is going on. But if you attempt to disseminate information on the way, or Sybil wanted to attempt to convince the others that it would be better to at least start disseminating the information in case you guys get held up with the whole family thing.
Yeah.
That's next.
Also, we have this amazing ally here today.
Who can help us with that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know plenty of people who can,
Also,
write.
OOC. OOC, I want to make it clear. Jax will not hurt anyone's
Oh, yeah.
family
Oh yeah,
if
yeah,
they,
yeah, yeah,
if they ask
Yeah.
him not to. One.
yeah.
But I will let you know,
Sure.
he was raised in the woods by his warrior aunt in animals. So
is a
he
god.
has the law of the jungle. That's his
Feral
etiquette.
god.
Supposedly.
He's Tarzan with way too much
If they
power.
come at you,
Yeah.
his etiquette is if they come at you, take them down. If someone stops fighting him, I will make it known too. And this has happened before. If someone stops fighting him, he doesn't continue, because his whole process is that if they don't want to die, they will stop. And if they stop, then it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Sybil, you are very correct that the first thing to do is going to be most difficult if it's reaching out to your family.
I love
Um,
validation that I don't have to talk to.
And because of that, you have a bonus to any attempts to convince the others, because you rolled a 19. The others, it makes sense to spread the information on the way, at least. Because you don't know where the parents are.
At least get started on that.
Yeah.
It's
I'm down for literally whatever.
okay. So Kiama, do you know of a place where we could go to start the process?
I do have a couple contacts we can probably get to. If I do, if we for some reason need to talk to my parents, I will ask them to come meet us someplace. So we don't go
That's probably
home.
for the best.
Yeah, yeah.
Fully understand that. You just
Obviously, we're wanted criminals, whether or not we did the crimes. But so we will have to be very sneaky when we are going places.
Uh-huh.
And we're somewhat distinctive looking, if you haven't noticed.
Yes, absolutely. Incredibly, I seem to be the one to blend in the most. So
let's not get ahead of ourselves. Nobody knows who I am.
nobody
Sybil
knows
just
who you are,
points
but
at
you have
your
a
arm.
whole.
And then
octopus
as you
as an arm.
point at the tentacle arm, it retracts into my sleeves. And it looks like I just don't have an arm.
And now you're just an armless pirate, which is also very obvious and very noticeable.
Right. And yet,
So
people
You
still
also
don't
have
know
a
who I am.
crystal jutting out of your neck right now.
Listen,
You have
DM, you're not in
what
this
would be
conversation,
a very
okay?
damaging wound on most
Boulder
people.
is not even
And
conscious.
that is visible to the other players. Or the other
there's
an
an old
characters.
Baldur?
man, and what the
That's
fuckery?
Baldur, should
What?
we get that out of you, maybe? Or is that
My
does it
arm? No, what is my
No,
arm?
not Baldur. The thing in your neck, the crystal.
Maybe I'm wrong about this, but I think if you have a wound like that, you're not supposed to extract it because then it'll bleed quite badly.
I'm sorry, what? And he touches his neck and then
Leave it
goes,
in there.
how long has that been there?
A little while.
It's been there for quite. Remember when we were outside of
since the
place,
explosion.
and I was talking to you
Couple
because you were
days.
sitting down.
Are you
Yeah, and I was like,
Are
"You
you
want me to
telling
get that
me
out?" And
that
you were
I
like,
have
"Nah,
a fucking
fine."
shard in my neck? Because if you and you've not said anything until now.
No, I told you.
Get it
Remember,
out.
take that out, and you were like, "No."
I do remember
Okay.
that. When did that happen?
I don't
Maybe-
rip it out like.
Don't touch it, maybe.
Well,
I mean, it's probably fine, right? If you've had it
It's
this whole
hard-
time and you're not growing
It's
more
probably fine.
tentacle arms, you're probably good.
it's
You're also
not-
bleeding
that's
currently,
not
so
how
Let's
health
keep it that
works.
way.
Do I have anything else? And I start checking my body. It's just-
Okay,
You want to keep it in you?
by kind of patting yourself down,
Uh-huh.
you don't find any other open wounds.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you were actually hit by any of the weapons during the previous fight.
No.
Um,
I suppose.
beyond the fact that you do have one more piece of shrapnel in your leg.
This one in my leg. That's why I've been limping.
Yeah.
I need a doctor.
Just above the knee too. Is anyone getting close to inspect said shrapnel?
Yes.
Or are you
Sure,
being
yeah.
All
don't
of
touch
us
me, don't
first
come
aid.
near me?
We're all
No,
descending.
I am actively going to Kale to get Kale to
Yeah.
help because I know
Yeah,
Kale is
'cause-
Good.
the
Okay,
designated
Kale has
doctor.
patched people up before. Okay, so
Yeah.
go ahead and give me a basic healing/medicine check.
Cool. I will put a little effort on this because I
Okay.
will make sure nobody's going to bleed to death today.
Yep.
That is not great. It is a 10,
Believe me.
but I do have, I don't know if identifying or perception help just for figuring stuff out.
Well, you can bandage them pretty easily.
Right.
Taking them out will be difficult because they are starting to bond to his skin.
Oh, cool.
Which brings to mind for you, you have
Yeah.
some of that in your torso.
No,
that you are
absolutely. I have
hiding
them
with
all
your
down my
robe.
side.
Yeah,
Mhm,
that
mhm.
you are hiding
Yep.
with your robe.
I'm not thinking about those.
Okay.
You get it out.
Yeah, but yeah,
great,
so
fine.
yeah, while inspecting it to try and figure out how to bandage it or possibly take them out, they are bonding with his skin, fusing with his skin. So how do you want to handle that, and
I'm
how would you like to communicate that to Baldur, who's
pretty
freaking out by
sure.
the fact that he's got crystals embedded in him right now?
Pretty sure if I yank it out, it will bleed and he will die. So I'm going to be like, it's fine. You're not bleeding currently. We're just going to bandage this a little bit, and I'm going to lend you a spare ascot. just to hide it while we're out on the street.
Pirate
She
and
said
an
ass.
ascot. Pirate and an ascot.
So I'm like wrapping your neck, and I'll kind of tie around the crystal so it's sort of jutting out, but then tie an ascot around your neck so that it hides it. And then we'll have a conversation about that later when you're not freaking out.
I'm sorry. I, as a player, was interrupted. What happened? What did you say? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm just like, well, you're not
Sorry.
bleeding currently, so we'll just bandage that, and I'll
Well,
lend you an
hang
ascot
on.
to let you blend in a little easier.
You got to get it out.
I don't think that would be a very good idea. There's a lot of things in the neck that will bleed profusely.
Most things in there.
There's a.
Yes,
You're telling me I have to live with this thing now?
Oh, we
So your
just
jugular
had
is right over there.
Insomnia redeem add a complication.
Oh, bloody hell, no.
Sure.
Oh
Very
no,
cool.
please.
Whoever you are, I hate you. No, I'm kidding. I actually, that's
Thank
really
you.
Insomnia is the
wrong.
best. Let's go.
Perfect. Let's do this.
So
Ooh,
uh,
I have a free asset. Yay.
it is right here below the carotid.
Oh no!
Whew. You just get that. It's all right. I'll be fine.
Well,
I've
Baldur,
bled
Baldur,
before.
Baldur. No, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Baldur, listen. And I like
What?
take your face in my hands. I'm like staring you right in the eyes. And I'm like, Baldur, it is very near to a very important vein in your neck, and if I move it, you will die. So please don't touch it.
Can you get the other one out?
I could try, but don't touch that one.
It's a little hard not to touch the one that's on my neck, but I'll try.
And let me know immediately if it starts bleeding.
Sure, no pressure.
Get you to like pull up your pant leg and show me where your other one is.
I do. You
Yeah,
do notice
it's-
that I have cuts and like scar tissue in my leg, which is
Aw.
interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
nice.
it is right above the knee, embedded
Mm.
into the skin. This one is only about an inch long, but you know that mostly through being able to kind of palpate it because it is deep in there.
In there.
Yeah. You do
Is this one
also
also
notice,
fused?
yes, it is also fused. You do notice that beyond the fact that there are some scars, the leg looks odd.
Oh,
How odd.
I
Like-
see. Okay. Mhm.
The texture is strange. Like, it's not quite skin, it
Tentacle
feels
leg.
more like smooth leather.
Tentacle leg?
Oh,
It's
no.
not
Not
tentacle
yet.
leg. Right, currently it
Yes.
kind of feels like smooth leather.
We're turning into
So it
Octodad.
still moves when you press on it because leather moves, but it's firmer than you are
Right.
used to skin being.
Right. And I will. So Kale's looking at this and they're trying to keep a very straight face, but they're like, Baldo, how does it feel when I press here? I'm just gonna like give it a little
Are you
little squish
pressing
in the leather.
on,
Not on the wound, but like
wound? Okay.
nearby. That's a little leathery. And I'm like, does that hurt at all?
Does it hurt?
No.
No, it's fine. What are you? Why?
Can I have your hand for a moment? And I'll like beckon for your hand, and then when you like reach out with your human hand, I'll be like, no, the other one.
What? All right. Yeah.
And I will compare the texture of the leg to the tentacle of her.
Much firmer. The tentacle is kind of squishy and almost rubbery. The skin on his leg is like there is no hair. There are obvious like cut scars and like some callus points from like work and being
Right.
around doing stuff, etc. But this is like his leg is made from smooth leather.
Right. Ah, right.
Don't say right, please. Say more words.
Oh, well, not. There is nothing inconclusive that I can say about this, but this one is also going to be very difficult to remove, and
Is it yet another artery?
well, it's very deeply embedded into your leg, and there seems to be. I'm not sure.
I'm
Maybe
okay
a little
with
bit of
cutting.
magical leakage from it. I don't know how else to put it.
Magical.
It's sort of
Can you not-
becoming.
Out of character, can you not phrase it like that?
Yeah,
Like,
Oh, God.
I think all of us agree with that.
Just a little bit of magical,
What do you mean leakage? What, like pus?
Well, no. The texture of your skin by the wound is not like the rest of your body. I'm not entirely sure what that means. This may predate the crystal being embedded in your body. We've all had some strange changes. But
So
I
is my
don't
skin just you can't
think
remove
it's-
it because my skin is now different?
I think whatever magic was embedded in that crystal is becoming part of your body. As far as I can tell, all
I
of
don't want
us.
to be a crystal person.
I don't think you'll be crystal. It's more like it is drinking whatever magic was in there. I think all of us, our bodies are starved for magic.
Elder, are you
And-
going to touch your leg, or are you just listening to?
Yeah.
You could see it if you wanted.
Yeah.
It's
No,
like,
we're,
we
I
could
think
go.
we're not in full light is the thing.
No.
We can't see.
Yeah, and Kale can actually see in the dark.
I don't
Kale
think-
has
Yes, I
essentially
can.
dark vision.
I'll
Mhm.
I will. I'll touch my leg.
It's to you. You actually have more of a reference for this than Kale would.
Okay.
It's firm but flexible, kind of like a soft shell crab.
Oh
Uh-huh.
no.
It is definitely not crystalline. You can see where the crystal is embedded above your knee, and you can see how it just kind of blends into the skin.
Kale,
Whimpering sounds.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I have a problem.
Yes.
Does my neck look different to you?
Did it? No.
All right.
Not.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So, do you do you know what a crab is? Right, like
I've eaten them. They're lovely.
right, yeah. So there's the monsters, and again, so there's a kind of it feels like like a soft, like I have crab leg. Is what it feels like.
How was the other leg? Can I see? Check
do
your
want
other
to-
leg.
Okay, all right. I show the leg.
You don't have crab legs. You just have one crab leg. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine.
it looks like a normal human leg, kind of hairy.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm like, oh
Quite hairy.
no. It seems to be localized around the site of the crystal. So
Right, but just so we're all on the same page here, you're all turning into one thing.
as far as we can tell,
I mean,
I
Turning into
don't know
not
what
turning
this
into
is all
anything.
about.
Yeah,
you're
we're just
blue. That's something.
here.
I was born this way. I'm not turning in anything.
Will you all excuse me for a moment? And I just turn
getting
and I walk
lightning
into the
stuff.
darkness.
Oh, okay. Bye. I guess.
I'm sorry. You all particularly normal about the fact that I've got a crab leg going on.
You have a crab leg? Hold on, I want to see. Hold on. Pulling out
No
another
wonder
notebook,
he's so
a different
crabby.
notebook this time. This one says Baldur on the front.
All the notebooks.
I imagine this is like the beginning of the transformation. I still have
Mhm.
Yeah,
a
it's
human
it's
leg
still in
that's just
process.
turning.
It is still in process.
Well, I guess the next few days are going to be real interesting for you.
Or the next few minutes. We actually don't know how fast
This-
this goes.
Yeah.
How long has that thing been in his neck?
Well, it depends.
How about
It
maybe
depends
like
on
3
whether we're going
hours?
by your time or out.
Yeah, we were dead for a little while.
All of you were dead?
No, I was dead for a little
He
while.
was like,
No.
he was like,
got
dead.
you.
He was really dead, but
we
we were somewhere else for a little.
So he was
bit.
dead, and
Yeah.
everyone else was kind of dead?
We were
Yeah.
kind of outside.
You were
of
fine because
everything.
I saved y'all. Don't worry about it.
That's not how. No.
Huh.
It's, Baldur is turning a crap.
Don't. Come on. It's
Can you-
true. Yeah.
Where
So
did
Kale
Kale
is like
go?
a representation of a lot of like sea creatures. Are you going to get fins too? Do you think that's in your future?
I do fucking know.
Can you like
Alright,
breathe
well-
underwater?
That could
Yeah.
happen. What if,
I
what
can
if you
do
get a
that.
dorsal fin and then it's just like super easy for you to swim?
It's really rather not. I
That one would be cool.
It
though.
might look
I
awesome.
went, I went almost 20 years with a fucking just a tentacle arm. That was it. I spent
Yeah, well,
a fucking week in this godforsaken city. Suddenly I've got
You're
a
like
crab.
20?
It's not crab yet. It's just strangely hard and hairy, I guess, right? I don't know.
No, no
we'll find
hair.
out.
No hair. My hair's gone.
Oh, all right.
Talk about sunscreen, Baldur, because I thought you were.
Am I the only
old.
person that's past 20 years old?
Yeah, I'm
A little older.
Kale's not
Way
here.
older.
I mean,
Kale,
Kale, where did you go?
it's
Where did
I
20
go
Kale.
beyond, beyond where they can probably see, and then I break into a run for a bit, and then I'm going to drop trout.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm just stripping, and I'm going to look for the crystals that are embedded entirely up one side of my body.
So this is in the tunnel, not
Yes.
outside. Okay.
Yes,
So
into
we
the
don't
darkness.
have a streaking situation.
Mm-mm. No.
Good to know.
I'm also
Um,
I'm looking in the darkness because I can see to make sure no one else is around, and I'm just gonna like strip.
Okay, so it does seem that your skin has grown over oddly fast, several of the smaller
Hmm.
pieces. One of the large ones is like right between two ribs. They are kind of fusing with your skin. You are not turning into a crab.
That's great. I like that. I love that for me.
Yeah.
That's the only confirmation needed.
Yeah.
Not crab. All right.
All right,
you
no
are not
crab.
turning
Feels
into a
like,
crab.
oh, thank fuck. Okay, no
Um,
crap.
You do have what looks to be an odd texture to the skin, but it is difficult to bend yourself in a way to where you can get a good look.
Yep. If there is a piece that is loose, like obviously they're all kind of binding to my skin, but if there's one that I think I could tear out, I'm gonna try that.
Give me a might check.
Let's do this.
Since you're not trying to like cut it out or anything, you're just
believe
trying
me.
to yank it out.
That's a net one.
A
Oh,
nat
no.
one.
Yeah, dude,
So,
what you
like,
expect?
You are you kind of go for one of the ones that's not between the ribs because initially you grab the one between that's between two ribs and that's a little painful because
Oh,
it's
owie.
like kind of wedging into the muscle there.
Yeah.
So you go for another one and you're trying really hard to get a grip on it, but you've got claws that you're still kind of
Mhm.
getting used to and like it's kind of small and you can't see it very well because of the angle and then you feel because this is a nat one so I get a free intrusion
Yep.
you feel it not only press further in from you trying to pinch
Oh,
at
no.
it to grab it but you feel this weird surge through your body
Good.
and get a massive headache.
Oh no.
All right.
You have no idea why.
Owie. I'm so there's like a bit of a All right, I'm going to stop fucking with that, and then I will like very slowly and painfully like re-robe myself and
Mhm.
limp back up the hallway.
Okay. As Kale starts walking back, and you guys get a vague look at them, depending on whether or not you are still bickering about the crab
I'm
leg.
not paying attention. I'm trying to dig into
Um,
my leg
oh.
right now to get the shark out.
Okay. You have plenty of daggers to attempt to cut it out.
Oh, I am straight
Oh
up. Just,
no!
I'm like one knee on the ground, my leg up, tourniquet of my belt around my leg. I'm
Oh,
like
no.
straight up about
Okay.
to start digging.
Sybil
Okay.
is just yelling, "We
so-
can go to a doctor, please."
Yeah, so the others
We've tried.
notice that there seem to be two kind of poking branches
Oh, good.
coming out of Kale's fluffy hair when they come
Cool.
back. But
That's
Kale,
great.
you walk back, still kind of feeling that pain in your torso and between your ribs from messing with yours and very, very badly failing to pull them out, and like a massive headache to see Balder like tourniqueting his leg and about to go at it with, I'm assuming, a dagger of some kind. Since,
And I go,
like,
no.
Please stop. He won't.
I like start running towards him.
He's like not gonna stop unless somebody
That cannot be
Okay.
seen as hero.
two speed based reflex rolls, please.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah.
Jax has turned his attention elsewhere for
Okay.
a moment, but
Yep.
Jax, the
How
biggest
you doing,
person
bud?
would be so
That is
easy.
a 6.
Ooh, I got an
6
11.
11. So yeah, you are able to get to him before he pierces his crab flesh.
Tasty.
Oh, no.
Okay.
What are
okay.
you
Out of
attempting to
character.
do to stop him?
Out of character, Joel. How
Yes.
do you want to play this? Do you want more magic?
So here's the thing. The answer to that question is always yes.
Yes.
However,
'Cause
I feel like this is a thing that's gonna happen regardless. So I'm down.
Because
I'm
what
down to
if I roll over my one and I trip and just shove that thing in your leg?
Oh, I am so into that. Yes. Okay. Hell yeah. Fuck yes.
So he was going.
Let's
He was about
go.
to go at it with a dagger.
And I'm like, no,
Like,
no,
Sybil
no,
is just
no,
like,
no.
yeah. Our
Jax is
lovely
just back
guest,
to us
our
like, wow,
lovely
this
guest
wall
is
is
just
really
watching all of this insanity. Jax has turned away because he's just like, I don't know what to deal with this. And then, Kale, as you try to
he's doing
reach
something else.
forward to stop them,
From like
you do
bleeding to
trip.
death.
If you're taking that, you do
Yep.
trip, and the dagger slips off of the not as like tactile surface of the skin, because soft shell crabs, even though they are flexible, they don't have as much surface tension as human skin does. So it
Yep.
slips, wedges the crystal further into his leg, and slices a long gash along it.
Ooh.
Balder, I would like a might defense roll from you, please.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, it's a 15 on the dice.
Well, that's good.
Okay. So
Can I actually?
It's- Hmm?
Can I choose to fail it? would I be able to
the might
make
defense
this
is the might defense is versus the damage,
Oh,
not the
gotcha.
magic.
Gotcha.
So you just
Okay,
don't
okay.
damage. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So 15 definitely good enough from
Yeah,
an
so you don't die.
accidental like slicing along your leg.
Yeah.
So it stings, but it doesn't cause you might points, essentially. Then
don't eat,
there's
don't eat.
radiating pain through your body as it embeds it for itself further into your leg. And your boot feels oddly loose.
Oh
Oh,
no.
no.
Oh gosh.
I'm just gonna
As
fall
Kale
on my
tries to-
side.
Because
And
like
just
Kale
stick out
fell
my leg.
on you.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
Kale fell
no.
on your arm. So you can't even see what is happening very rapidly underneath their chest.
No.
Until they get up. Like,
so
but
sorry,
this is
sorry.
full on
How are you
Three
okay?
Stooges
I'm so
bullshit.
sorry.
I am doing that thing where you get a cramp and you kind of just stick out your leg and you flail it, like
Yeah.
just sideways there on the ground, waiting for the pain to pass.
Yeah.
I'm not even
We're
thinking. at this point.
we're so coordinated and elegant. We're the best.
It's so bad.
Everything's fine.
But yeah, so as you
Mhm.
attempt to roll off, I guess you do see that the leg does seem narrower. It is still not complete because this is a very large transformation. But he is gradually kicking the boot off because his foot is no longer foot shaped and is very pointed.
Yeah, you done got a peg leg, sir.
Nazi, yeah, well, fuck.
Got a
what-
peg crab leg.
Why did you just
But
fucking tackle
I'd
me?
like
So
to,
sorry,
I'd like to
sorry.
point out.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. Go ahead.
OC, I'd like to point out that this happened right before we were like, we're gonna walk outside to
Yeah.
to do.
You guys
to
decided
do
to fuck with it there. You guys decided to fuck with
Look,
it
we make
there.
excellent choices.
Also, right before Baldur
was-
was like, I can blend in real good. No one will notice anything.
Yeah.
Listen,
we'll just
I am
just
also
strap
dramatic
the boot
Aaron,
on.
okay?
We will just strap the boot on. It won't look weird.
Tie it on with your belt. Yeah.
I
Oh,
think,
yeah.
I think you see
Yeah,
Sybil scratch
we
out
can-
a thing on a list that just says take Boulder to a hospital. I'm just like, okay, I guess we don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, like they have boot suspenders, right?
Pretty
Uh,
sure.
Jack
Invent
Jax
them
has
now.
walked away at this because he's
Yeah.
he's not at all aware of what's happening right there.
Okay. So what
he
is
just, like, he
Jax
turns his
doing during
attention-
all of this?
he
Just
turns his
leaving.
attention-
Contemplating mortality.
He's going towards because we've been in here for a while, and I don't know
Mhm.
how I don't know how quiet we've been, but he's worried that somebody might.
Not quiet.
He's worried that somebody might hear everything,
I am
and so
actively
he's
screaming. in that.
Someone already did.
so
Yeah.
he's so
Correct.
he's going to check and see if there's anybody coming or not. He's like walked around the corner thing, and
Who wants to make a luck roll?
I'll do it.
Okay, make a luck
What do
roll.
I roll? What do I roll? Just D20.
Call odds or evens and then make your roll.
We'll go odds and would die. Just any die.
Any die.
There's someone out there
All right.
listening. Jackson's going to murder them.
We're going odds, baby. It's a 4. It's not
So
odds.
you
Incredible.
kind of like look around, and initially you don't see anything because of how tucked away it is, but you do see what seems to be a cafe worker sitting there with a half-finished lunch, just kind of looking back in your direction as
Oh,
Baldur
no.
screams in pain and it echoes out. And like they've got like their sandwich halfway to their mouth and they're just
Doing
like,
so good.
There's a
I think it's just the moment of just silence where I look at them, they look at me.
Yeah.
I look at them looking at me, and they look
Yeah.
at me looking at them, and I'm just kind of
Yeah.
like, that's so chill.
intimidation roll eased by 1.
Jeez.
It's wonderful. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
We're good. We're good. Don't worry about it.
It's a 10.
10. Good enough. Good enough. This is like an average citizen. Definitely good enough. So there's like slowly takes a bite while still staring at you, but nods.
Can I have half of that?
Like hands you the just bitten into sandwich.
I know. I'll just rip off. I won't even take half. I'll just rip off like a quarter of the back end, and I'll just say
Okay.
thanks. I just shove it in my mouth. Working hard, hardly working. Everything's good. I suggest do not come over here to have your lunch break anymore. After you never know who might be down this way. No, yeah, you go ahead. Yeah, you didn't see me.
Oh my god.
All right, have a good day.
And like they just kind of slowly edge away. And like when it's apparent that you are letting them go, they bolt.
I remember their face, and then I turn around. And I go back and I'm like, oh, that's what. We might want to keep it down. There was someone out there. Don't worry, I threatened them.
We should probably actually just
We should
go.
leave. We should
Yeah.
definitely leave.
Baldur, can you
Baldur, are you okay?
move?
Can you
Um,
stand?
We should really take him to a doctor if I'm being honest. That one is bad. But
I don't think a doctor's gonna know what to do here in a world where magic just existed like
okay,
2 minutes.
not the crab leg. We don't have to tell the doctor about the crab leg. That is
We don't know that
Well-
it's a crab leg. It's just I'm
Kale,
just staring at it, like
It looks
shaking
like
my
a
head.
crab leg.
It
Look
looks
at
like a
it.
crab leg.
that is a crab leg.
Does it feel like a crab leg?
All
We'd
those
call
turkeys-
that.
I'm gonna try to stand up.
It's difficult to balance. It is not painful to put weight on the weirdly pointed foot. Um,
It's not even the same length as my old leg, was it? Is it?
it's odd. It's definitely odd. There is pain where you were cut into and the crystal was embedded further. Um, but yeah,
I can stand.
Baldur's in a
Weird.
different genre, and it's body horror.
Absolutely.
Sybil, you rolled, I believe, either a 20 or a 19 to
19.
control the temporal dissonance.
Oh, sure.
Remember,
believe
because
it was
you're the one that placed you guys.
I believe it was a
yeah,
20.
where
It was
you
a-
came
it was
out.
a natural 20.
I think it
I
was.
think it was
yeah.
a nat 20. I don't know anything.
Roll an intellect-based task to understand magically what's going on.
Oh no.
I don't like
Um,
that. That's
I believe
Oh
you.
no.
I just want to remind you that I have magic training.
Yes, you do, which eases it by another point.
I want you to remember that because I rolled a 14.
It's not bad.
You are not sure. You are not positive. You have a general idea that since the crystal had something to do with time, what it's doing is advancing something that would have already happened.
Yeah, carcinization, where everybody turns into a crab. This is just a thing.
What it's doing to
This is a
him,
thing. This is a
it would
real
have
thing.
happened.
Oh no, I know.
What it's
That's a
doing
real
to
thing
him
in the game,
would
too.
have happened anyway. It's just
Okay.
making it happen faster.
I think Sybil is convinced that we were all going to turn into crabs eventually.
Absolutely.
That is entirely valid because you had no idea that Kale also had just a bunch of shrapnel in them,
Yeah.
and thus it is affecting Kale as well.
They seem fine. They seem perfectly fine. Everything's
the
great.
new, yeah.
Yeah, they're little. They're not like what they will eventually be, but they are little. But yeah, that Kale has the start of what would be wood-like tiefling horns.
Mm. So, don't be mad. But
I already am.
I know that's why I said
Terribly
it. Don't
sorry
be
about
mad.
that.
Pretty sure the thing that's in you, because it was from the knife, it's just eating things up for you guys. So I think it's gonna get weirder. faster.
I will kill you if I start walking sideways.
Wonderful.
Honestly,
Easy to get away from you if you can only walk
Yeah.
sideways.
yeah, zigzag. Just
Yeah.
I do think
Have you ever
that
been
is
ch-
have
a
you ever been
great
chased by
point
a
for us to
crab?
take a break.
have you ever been chased by a crab?
Can I
that's,
just
that's where we're
Go
gonna
fast.
break. That's where
can I
we're
just
gonna
break.
lean
Fuck.
over to Kiama and just be like, "This is a normal day for us. Don't worry about it."
Absolutely.
She's in the back, just like, it sounds like you guys needed as much help as you can get because you tried to help yourselves, and then I saw that happen. So it's a good thing I'm here.
Yeah.
Listen, I would've
We
been
tried to help, but a
fine.
dude lost a leg. At least a foot.
Dude's turning into a crustacean, and you know what? He was already
I'm
pretty
heading out.
crusty, but it's getting worse.
Yeah.
Listen,
Okay.
this is purely Sybil's fault as well.
Purely.
It's wonderful. We're taking a
It's
break. We'll be back
mostly-
soon.
It's
No.
both.
Hi,
It's my
guys.
human. I am
Hi.
human with a crab leg. Okay, I don't know what you want me to say.
But is it a
Listen, if there's a human who
crab
has a crab
or is
leg,
it a
it's
crab
just a
leg?
human. It's still a human leg. It's a human leg. It just looks like a crab. Maybe person. Maybe not human, but person. It's a person's leg. That
Person,
just
wait,
happens to
hang
be
on,
shaped
why
like
are
a
you-
crab's leg.
Why is Balder suddenly not a human? Why is
Our
why are we
lives, by the way.
why are we suddenly
I know,
questioning if I'm
I
a
know.
human?
Balder's
That's not fair.
human-ish.
Kale turns into a
Creature
fucking
for
dragon,
sure.
and then they're a person still. Why am I suddenly not one?
Person, not human.
You're a human. Well, I guess.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
See that's the thing that's the thing we're saying. If Kale isn't a human anymore, neither can Balder be per se.
Well,
No,
Balder
that's not
would
true.
constitute Kale as a
yeah,
human.
that's not true. Kale considers himself a dragon. Balder considers himself a human. So there we go.
That's fair enough.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kale.
Either way.
Balder considers Kale a human. He
Mhm.
Balder's
considers
wrong.
himself a monster.
Okay.
Jax just thinks you're all cool. Is all.
Yeah. Oh, I do. not
Anyway,
have
hey
my
everybody,
camera
we're
on.
back. We've been having a
Hi,
semantics
everybody.
debate.
Yeah, we're a little out there. I guess vote in chat, is Balder still human?
Hashtag
Don't do that.
Balder is a human. Just
Hashtag
has
humanity.
animal limbs.
He's definitely a person, but is he human?
We're all people.
Um,
We're all persons of
Jax
some
isn't.
stripe or another.
Hey, if they agree that you are human, I will give you an extra cipher for the day.
Ooh, human
How can I
cipher.
use it? I don't use ciphers.
Only humans can get this cipher.
All right. Anyway,
The human cipher.
so
I
yeah.
cipher things.
No,
Jax
no.
comes back in and is just like, we should probably get out of here. And you guys were trying to
Agreed.
figure out if Balder can even stand and walk. Balder, it is weird balance. It is like, it's not painful, but it is definitely not what you are used to. This going slower probably would have made it a lot easier on you.
I'm gonna pull my sword and my scabbard out,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna use it as a walking stick.
Okay.
Right,
And
we
then
should
I'll do-
probably get our disguises on. Kiama, do you know where we're going?
Well, I think the first thing I want to do is reach out to my parents, see if they can meet us somewhere, because they pulled me out of a jam more than once. So I think it good start with them. And if they're not down, I have someone else that we can. But let me reach out to them first, and then tell them to meet us somewhere that I won't be dangerous and stuff.
Where should we go? Is there like a safe house, someplace that we can hide out in?
A doctor, probably. If I could interject, maybe for Balder. No? Okay, never mind.
I
I
was
guess-
thinking, I'm in pain. Give, please, for the love of all that is holy, give me a second to think.
Well, maybe
uh,
we could go to the doctor, and then while you guys are at the doctor, I could reach out to my parents, and then
Is it-
find a
is-
place for
is
us to
it-
meet. So,
Do you know of a close doctor?
A trustworthy doctor.
One that's nearby. I don't care if it's trustworthy at this point. Just one that's close. I don't know.
Do I know of a doctor?
How much pain are you in?
nearby?
Yeah, you
Yes.
can probably like there are enough people that have some vague medic or medical professional training throughout Eisenbridge that you would be able to find at least one, probably one that you have gone to before. In terms of, do you have like a connection for when you are being sneaky and doing shit you're not supposed to that will patch you up? That I would have you roll for.
Okay.
I'm
I
fine with
believe in
what,
you.
what would I roll for that?
That is going to be an intellect-based roll.
Alrighty.
And this is basically just rolling for personal connections. So it is having to do with interaction.
Oh, Balder, you fucking idiot.
All right.
Little dumbass.
All right. I'll go. Okay, 13.
13, yeah. So you know of a couple of general medics that you could go to. There is one whose apprentice has patched you up before when you snuck into somewhere that you really weren't supposed to be.
All right. Yeah, so I do have one. When I was kind of learning, sort of, not really learning, just figuring things out. I didn't figure out the fall not falling thing initially, and I kind of bonked myself on the head real good. So I did have a friend help me out there. Probably help you out too. So we can head in that direction.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, sounds
Great.
fine.
Yeah, no, why not?
Let's
Mhm.
go.
Let's try to keep a low profile, everyone.
It's a
What's
little
up?
hard to do
I've
that.
got like
I know.
pulling some gloves on.
Mhm, 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 mhm.
I'm gonna,
We
I'm
all
gonna,
wear our matching cloaks.
I'm gonna try to
Mhm.
close my own code, like actually button it up, and then just. I'm leaning into full pirate, no arm, peg leg. Hope
That's-
people don't notice that it's crap. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Kale, what are you doing with the fact that you have poofy, pompous hair, pompous frond
Oh yeah, I'm going to
hair and horns?
tie one of my ascots around my head, like
Okay.
kind of like try to cover it up as much as possible, and then put up the hood of the cloak,
Um,
which will also cover the weird ears. And then I've got
so
gloves.
okay. So
Hmm.
I am going to offer an intrusion to Foozca. So Foozca, when the GM offers an intrusion, they suggest something that would change the course of what is currently happening. It can be positive, it can be negative. Usually it's something to further things along. If you agree to it, you get a point of experience, and you have a point of experience to give to someone else. You do not have to accept the intrusion.
Okay.
So I am going to suggest an intrusion of you trying out a new thing that you have been able to do lately,
Hmm.
because it might work,
No, not
but
magic.
you don't have full control over it.
Oh goodness.
There is
Oh,
no
good. I love
world
this.
in which
Got it.
Kiama is not trying that.
Absolutely, I love it.
Balder,
Okay,
I'm
so-
Absolutely no world where she wouldn't do that.
So good.
yes.
You have an experience point and an experience point to give out to anyone else.
Mhm.
So you get this idea in your head, and you don't even tell Kale that you're doing it.
Mm,
Cool.
You're just like, okay, I know that I've kind of got this little trick that I've been able to do recently, and it's weird, and I don't have full control over it, but maybe it'll work. And you try to utilize hedge magic to cast kind of a blurred illusion over Kale's head
Okay.
Just my everything. Just it's
Yeah.
all
to
weird.
hide the weird hair and the horns. And I would like you to roll an intellect task
Uh-huh.
that a 5, so 15 or better to
Oh,
utilize
Oh,
this. Because this is not how it is meant to be done.
Ooh.
yeah, no problem. So,
Yeah.
okay, do I need 15 or better, or is it 16 or better to pass?
15.
15 or better,
15.
because it's a 5, so 15 or better.
Yikes.
If you roll a 9 or better,
Mhm.
something happens.
Uh-huh.
It may not be what you want, and it may not be what
Helpful.
is going, or it
Excellent.
may not last long.
I'm so in for this.
oh gosh.
We in. The best part is it's on the inconspicuous part of your body, known as your head. So it should
Absolutely.
be
The
fine.
part no
you
one
know,
ever looks at.
Based on what happens.
Good
All right,
times,
we're rolling.
bye.
We're rolling. Here we go.
I hope that somebody just messed with
I'm not
things.
14.
Yeah,
14. Okay. So yeah.
We're almost there.
So
close.
like
Wonderful. Going great.
Maggie, you can Sybil can kind of
Maggie's just there.
sense the,
Wow.
Sybil can
Holy shit.
Sybil can
Hello?
kind of sense something happening. And the Kiama is doing it. And then Kibble. Sybil
Kibbles and
Kale's
bits.
hair.
Kibbles and bits.
Did our party just get replaced? What's going on?
Yeah,
New people.
Kale's hair
New party. Who this?
still looks oddly puffy, but the horns kind of blend in, and it's a little wavery, and then the hair goes from teal to like really, really dark green, almost black. It's still oddly puffy.
That's
Yama's
fine.
not
Some
gonna
people are-
say thing.
Some people have a bad hair day. That's fine.
Yeah.
Sybil's just staring at Kiama, just like, I think you did something, but I can't prove it, so she's not going to say anything. She's just like,
Yep.
Everything's fine. Let's go.
So, who do you want to hand out the other XP to?
The one who's been real mad about kidnapping and crab legs. So Balder,
Okay.
Let's do some
enjoy.
good old crabby boy.
All right, thank
Balder,
you.
you
Thank
get
you.
an extra
Crab leg.
experience point.
this is what happens when you're that mad. You just turn into
Yeah.
a crab.
I,
You know?
I have learned things from turning my leg into what it is now, I guess.
It's like you hulk up, but it's just turning into seafood.
I hate that. Can I change my character now? I'm kidding. I want to be seafood.
Great.
Okay, we
We'll
should
go.
go.
This
Yes.
is all
Let's
going
go.
according to plan.
Keep a low profile.
We got this.
Well, I'll certainly try.
Lead on.
So yeah, can I get for those who are attempting to seem inconspicuous a performance-based or intellect-based performance check?
Oh boy.
course.
I'm putting an effort on this.
Sybil, yours is eased by 1 because of your stealthy
God
abilities.
damn it.
Incredible. Is a 2 good enough?
Do you want to
2
know
is
what I
not
rolled
good
again?
enough,
What
unfortunately.
I rolled again is a single 1.
16.
Oh my god.
16.
That's a
I'm
big
doing
old.
great. We're doing
me.
great tonight.
6 for
Good.
you,
Yeah.
Jax? Okay.
How am I the least conspicuous one?
Because
You
you
are
have the
the
most to
only one of us
lose.
that's not wanted.
Yeah, you have the
man.
most to hide as well, so you're actually
Yeah,
focusing.
so you're kind of hobbling. You've got your fake cane, and it is aided by
It's
the
real-
fact
it's a
that
real
the
cane right
others are really, really bad at this. They are helping to
Jack doesn't even
distract
have
from
on a
you,
disguise.
and you have already been out, so you know where things are. So you kind of get you have a gauge on what the other
what they do.
people out there are like and what they are doing and what they're paying attention to. So Kiama, what was yours?
I
Or are
don't
you
know if
not
she would
trying to
actually
be
try. I don't think
Okay,
she would.
okay?
I think
So
she'd
she's
just
just
throw it
kind of
out there.
just stroll
Yeah.
out. Okay. Okay.
Full strut.
The power the
You're
power
going to
of young pride.
execute it.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh no.
So so Hale,
Oh, God.
you kind of go out and you're trying to kind of hold the hood up that doesn't quite fit well with the horns and the poofy hair, and you've
My
got
head
it like
hurts.
held really weirdly
I'm ouchy.
around your head and face, and you're kind of leaning to the side where your ribs and torso still hurt from you wedging it further into your body, and like literally do like the full on Scooby-Doo creep because you're walking with that nat one.
So funny.
I'm very good at this.
Invisible.
Bump into a couple of people as you are walking past.
Owie.
With that nat one, you are going to catch the attention of everyone as you are walking along.
It's okay. I have black hair now instead of green. I'm a totally different person.
Sybil,
Oh god.
you have a 2,
Yeah,
which
what's up?
is not an intrusion. It is not an intrusion, but it is very much a fail. You are like right there with Kale and very distracted by the fact that Kale has this weird magical effect going on with their hair. So instead of even seeming to be inconspicuous, you're just kind of walking there with like full face. You look like you're missing poster, except for the white prismatic roots and shock of hair in your bangs.
God.
And you're just kind of like watching Kale, like, what the fuck is going on? And then like looking back and forth between Kale and Kiama. But don't even realize, because your idea of inconspicuous in this moment at least is just to act normal. Acting normal when you look like a wanted poster is not great. Jax,
Hello.
a little bit from them. You still cut an imposing figure. People are very much noticing you, but not quite as much as the clumsy, obviously injured person that's like holding their cloak like this.
Yep. He's not even wearing a disguise, by the way.
Yeah, he's just being Jax. He's just being Jax. And Balder, like, you are used to, like, not even walking with the group so that it looks like you guys aren't all clumped together. So you're just off to the side a little bit, watching these complete idiots show their entire ass to everyone watching.
Why couldn't I be kidnapped by smarter people?
Kiama, you're just kind of wandering along, like, okay, this way.
Yeah. Let's
You
go.
also see that they definitely need all the help that they can get.
Yeah, I feel like that's only going to further cement her ridiculous ideals of like, they needed my help. I came just in time. Here we go.
You are the hero.
Thank you.
You are the hero. So everybody is watching as you guys go. It is not something that can be missed. You notice that you are being watched.
Can
I
I?
would also like observation rolls from all of
Oh.
you.
Oh,
Can I do a thing?
You can try to do a thing. What are you trying to do?
please
Fuck
no.
me. Well, do you want the results of the observation roll first?
Sure.
3.
Okay.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. Okay.
Oh.
Another
I'm
another
gonna
nat
use-
1
I'm gonna
observation
use my
roll from
last-
Balder.
I'm using my last cipher of
I
the
mean,
day
listen,
because
I mean-
nobody's getting anything.
Okay.
Actually,
We're doing
wait,
great.
No,
I
yeah,
don't know what you're
I have
talking about.
ciphers.
You're great.
I'll
Everything's
use a
wonderful.
cipher. I'll
Okay, you'll
read it
use a cipher. Okay. And Kale, what was yours?
My headset cut out, so I'm just going to roll now. I got a 14, but I skilled at perception. So
Okay.
You-
So
I
what
rolled
was
a 3.
rolled a 3. A 3
A 12.
and a 12. Okay. 12 and a 3. So we have some not great rolls.
Cut.
Kale and Jax. Jax, to you, it initially doesn't seem that odd because much like Balder, you are not from Isenbridge. So you are used to seeing more of the people with physical changes intermixed with people who do not have the physical changes.
Mhm.
And then you and Kale realize at about the same time that, like, yeah, those magic effects are being felt citywide. You pass by someone that seems to have like the pointed ears like you do, Kale, and another person who has like this weird shift to their skin that looks like it might change as they go along. Um, you also pass by someone that seems to be lighting a candle and then like gets startled by your nat 1 on stealthing, and they light their finger instead, and it lights like a candle,
Oh, cool.
and they're just stopped watching you, and they're just like, what the fuck? They don't even seem to have noticed.
I think with the nat 1, Kale is actually gonna be like, your finger friend. Don't look at me. And then like continue shuffling along.
You might want to put that out.
Yeah. And Kiama, you know that people have been going through some startling changes recently. Some people are waking up with weirdly colored hair roots, much like Sybil has, and like able to do some odd things. Now there are some that are a little bit more drastic, like there's someone that has gills, there's someone that has like an odd color to their skin, like kind of grayish purple. There's like different people encountering different changes. But it is kind of prevalent now that it is not going to be hidden very much longer.
I might be leaning into her like overconfidence of just being able to walk out there because it's just like some people are real weird and obvious, and if my hair's
Yeah.
braided, no one knows. Here we go. Walk around,
So,
not giving a shit.
Boulder, you are realizing this now. You saw it before, but you are now realizing it because you kept whiffing your rolls on your last foray out
Did you
into
put it nicer? I mean, like, I try real hard.
You did not quite make your rolls the last time you were out.
Yeah, thank you. I
And you
appreciate
notice it now. It is
Mhm.
more apparent, possibly because you're watching your friends stumble through whatever the fuck it is that they're trying to do because it is not
Mhm.
stealth.
Yeah. Yep.
You do. What were the observation rolls, by the way?
14.
16. Who
Oh, sorry.
had the 16?
3.
3,
3.
3,
I had a 12.
12,
Like,
and
you don't
then
notice anything.
I had the
Kale, you
14,
had
but I'm
14.
but I'm
Okay.
skilled, so it's one lower.
Okay. So Kale, you do notice that you have picked up a tail.
Cool.
It is not one of the watchmen,
Oh, that's good.
but there is someone tailing you.
Right. I'm going to try and drift over towards Balder,
Okay.
who has remained inconspicuous up until now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He's like, immediately, let me give the person tailing us the last member of our party. What are you doing?
Right behind us. Over by that awning, there's someone following us. And then
I'm
I'll just
gonna-
continue walking like I was just sort of like, oh, whoops, I went too far this way. But very obviously.
Yeah, it was
subtle.
super obvious. It was super obvious.
Yeah.
And that one, it is super obvious.
Mhm.
And by the way, someone tailing you is the intrusion. It is the result of that one.
Cool.
Just to kind of put it out there.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm gonna just keep walking,
Okay.
and then assuming that they haven't figured out that I'm part of. Well, I don't know. Balder does.
I mean, they know now.
We'll see. I'm gonna just kind of, when there's like an opening for an alleyway,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna like stop there since I'm on the walking cane thing. I'm gonna like pretend that I'm taking a pause because I'm winded, and then just kind
Okay.
of wait and see if I watch somebody walk past that seems like they're
Okay.
after our team.
And
our-
I'll go over to Kiama and be like, we should walk a little faster, maybe.
All right. Yeah. Why? What's going on?
We'll walk faster.
Okay. Walk faster.
So,
Where are you guys going?
so Baldur, go ahead and make another observation-based roll to try and spot the person that Kale tried to point out to you,
I'm gonna put some
because you
effort.
don't know what they look like right
Uh,
now.
How do I lower my? How much do I have to put into this for effort?
It
don't remember how
is
it
it
works.
is 5, so it's a 15. So do you have anything that would assist with perception?
I have deception. I don't have.
I'll
I
call
don't. I
that.
don't
Yeah,
think I have. Oh, okay.
he's trying to appear stealthy or deceptive, so I'll call that an ease. So that brings it down to a 4, so 12 or better. If you wanted to put effort on, it is intellect based, so you can add effort as well.
And then I'll do that. Yeah, because I have a level on the dice, so I'll succeed. I think that's how that works.
Okay. So yeah, with that, you initially aren't sure who it is because they're not like wearing a uniform. They kind of blend in
Mhm.
a little bit more to the crowd than you guys do currently, or at least more than the other people in your group do. But it looks like someone who is not necessarily a guard, but they have that kind of undercover cop look to them.
Gotcha. I'm
Like
gonna start
plainclothes
sailing.
cop type of look. And they do like their eyes do dart over towards you. They did notice Kale interact with you. But they do kind of pause and try to keep an eye on where you guys are going because you are not one of the people that is on a wanted poster.
Of course.
So
I'm gonna.
they kind of watch you, but they will pass to keep an eye on the rest of the group that are all incredibly obvious.
Yeah, as he walks past, I'm gonna wait like a couple of seconds, just long enough that it would make sense in case I'm being watched, and then I'll start tailing him or them.
Okay.
Tailception. Yeah.
Good.
All right.
Gonna-
So yeah. So Kiama, you are leading them through
Mhm.
this cliffside section of town, along one of the roads and down one of the sections of stairs, because it is one block lower, essentially, if you want to look at it in blocks, but vertically. So you take them down one of the flights of stairs and to what looks like this weird little hole in the wall bookstore.
How long have you been walking also, just out of curiosity?
15, 20 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. It's not terribly long. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, there's a
she's-
lot of like small stairwells between the levels of cliffside, as well as if you
Mhm.
wanted to go higher or lower faster than taking a bunch of stairs, there are like hanging trams that you can go along, gondolas. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't know why I raised my hand.
Yeah. Are we cool?
If we were walking there for that long, can I do a 10-minute recovery roll here?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very nice. That's 5.
For
get it back.
Foos, recovery rolls are to regain points that you have spent. You have a couple of different types. There is an action which takes a couple of seconds, and you roll a d6 plus your tier, and that is how many points you get back in recovery. And then you have a 10-minute, and it's kind of like a short rest. And then you also have an hour, which is like a longer short rest. And then you have the 10-hour, which
Medium
is like a
rest.
long rest.
Mhm. All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, so he does follow. You guys obviously get down to this shabby little hole in the wall bookstore that has like kind of a sterile area off to one side slash behind a doorway. Um, and you personally know that it is a small training facility for medics. The books all have to do with various healing herbs, medical practices, things like that. Um, to an outside observer, it does not look like a doctor's office.
I brought us to a bookstore, guys. I think she'll kind of stop before like entering and just kind of turn to like get the head count and realize that someone's not there and
Yeah, Balder's
initially.
missing.
Also, Kale, as soon as you stop and turn around, Kale goes, "Mm-mm, we're being followed," and then continues walking.
Oh, by who?
Don't look behind us. We
We're
need to
being
lose
followed?
them.
I mean,
Don't look around. Keep
We probably
going.
should have lost them before we went to the place that we're going
yeah,
to.
but
right?
exactly. We're
Keep
kind of here now,
walking.
so she starts like to the best of her ability. I know you were mentioning we were kind of like going down. Is there a way? Can she like loop around? Can she do a circle, like do the whole block if she needs to, and like?
Yeah, that would be like about an hour's walk to
Oh.
get to the next, like, well,
Ooh.
not just to do like the next set of stairs, but like the next set of stairs up, walking back, and then back down will
Right, the
take
whole trip.
about an hour. Yeah.
Can
Okay.
I do Dreamcraft and make us as an illusion? And then
Hell yes.
Dreamcraft or Dream Terrain?
Dreamcraft, I can make. I looked it up. Hold on. Dreamcraft, I can animate it, and I can move the dream up to a short distance every round. So I could, in theory, go
Ooh.
inside and then like move
Have
the
us just to walking.
I
to a
think
long
there's,
elsewhere,
range.
yeah.
Dream, an image from
Dreamcraft.
dream within long range. Dream lasts for 1 minute. Blah blah blah. Immediate distance and diameter. So that is like within 10 feet, and you guys don't take up more than 10 feet if you bunch together. So yeah,
It'd be
I
weird,
would
but it could
allow
work.
you. Yeah, I would allow you guys to. And a long distance is like 100 feet.
Yeah.
Just
Oh my God.
far enough to break line of sight, essentially. To like, we
Yeah.
go inside, we send our illusions out to like turn a corner, and then
Like they're like moving
I
fast.
do need stealth rolls from you guys because you can't hide yourselves with the illusion as well as creating the new illusion. You're only creating
Hey.
one. So I do need stealth checks from you guys.
18 is much
I
better
also-
than a 1.
I also want to do something before.
Okay.
you haven't joined back up with the group yet,
No,
have you?
No,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing
I
it,
have-
Mr. Prince.
I have something that I would like to do too, but I'll do it after everyone else does does the thing.
Okay.
Although I will say, he does it if he sees Sybil doing this. He does this when the illusion pops up. That's what-
Okay.
That's not that doesn't fill me with confidence.
I got a
Uh,
16.
It's Jax.
16?
He's found out that we've been being followed. He's gonna do
Yeah,
something
yeah,
about it.
Of
I
course.
get
it is.
I got
That's
to
why I
know.
didn't tell you.
10.
Yeah.
Kale?
18.
18. Very good. Balder, what were you wanting to do?
I'm gonna catch up to the guy and enthrall him.
Oh, yes. Okay. So Foozca, what did Kiama roll? Or are you not trying to like hide from the fact that you're gonna have a double?
I mean, if it's communicated to her that that's the plan, she's gonna, cooperate. But if she doesn't
Okay.
know, she's just carrying on as normal. So
Okay.
that being said, if it is communicated to her, she rolled a 9.
Okay.
She, yeah, Sybil for sure
Like,
was
we need
just
to
like,
hide.
I'm gonna try a thing hide. It's gonna be
Okay.
weird.
Okay.
Okay. And what is Jax doing as the illusion pops up?
Is there a Is the path we came down the only path this way, or is there like does it continue? Is there like is there a building or is there like an alleyway or something?
Imagine a 15-foot wide set of stairs along the side of a building, but that building is a cliff.
Gotcha.
So there is like street on the other side of that stairway to get past the stairway. It's not like going to block you from other parts of the settlement. But you guys came from one street, which is the next level up, down these stairs, and then there's like streetwise stuff on the other side. You can come from the other side of the stairs. You can come toward the stairs. You can come down the stairs. Is there another set of stairs to go to a different level here? Not in this immediate vicinity. Has to do with a structural thing.
I'll tell you what my goal is. You let
Okay.
me know if I can do it. Jax wants to, as soon as the illusion pops up, he is going to dart away from everyone and
Okay.
try to sort of, as quick as he can, loop back to the top of the stairs without going up the stairs. If I have to
Okay.
climb to do it or
You can
anything,
attempt-
I will.
You can attempt to climb the buildings on the other side of the stairs to get back to the top.
I would
Okay.
totally do that.
So I would like a climbing type roll. It is athletics might based. If you have any things that would interact with that, your DC is currently a 12, so a 4. While you are doing that, and the others are hiding or attempting to hide, Balder, you kind of snake up or attempt to snake up behind this like plainclothes cop undercover looking dude,
Yeah.
and attempt to enthrall him. So you are saying or doing what to enthrall?
I'm gonna get right behind him. I'm gonna put a dagger to the back of the small of his back, and I'm gonna say, "If you move, it goes through you." But that's gonna be the activation for the enthrall.
Incredibly
Okay.
cool idea.
Okay. Well, you can't move and he can't move.
Correct.
He's just focused on you. So his hands kind of go up and he's looking around
We're trying to take
because
you to
he
the
can't
doctor.
quite hear you.
Put your hands
Or
down.
he can't quite see you. But yeah, so you have him enthralled. You are maybe 20 feet from the stairs.
Yep.
So you're still on the next level up.
Yep. That's fine by me.
Jax, what did you roll for the climb?
I put effort on it, but I rolled a big old 3.
Unfortunately,
Oh, no.
that did not drop it down to a difficulty class of 1. So you are trying to climb these buildings, but they aren't like rough and like broken brick. They're fairly nice buildings, not like super expensive, but they're fairly nice buildings. There's not a lot of handholds. So it's mostly you get maybe 6 feet off the ground or off of the street level, and then you just can't find another handhold and you end up hanging there for a little bit.
How high is it?
It's maybe 30-ish feet because it's got to have enough room between the levels for like entire buildings. Like it's like you're going a block but up.
I'm checking something here.
How far can he teleport?
A little long distance.
That is definitely within your range then.
All right, so it
It-
says I'm carried by a bolt of lightning.
Yep.
But I don't know if it always sounds like a bolt of lightning.
Well, you're about to find out.
It will certainly look like one at the least.
That's not
So-
suspicious. Not at all.
Just
Yeah.
flash a bright ass light in the direction we're going.
Incredible.
Absolutely
No,
subtle.
no.
Great idea. Do it.
I would not.
Okay.
I would not, but I would keep trying.
Would you
But I'm
not?
trying.
Okay.
I'm trying to.
So-
I'm
Would not.
assuming. Look, Jax
Mhm.
understands.
Mhm.
He's assuming that the reason why Baldur isn't here is because Baldur's doing something, and he wants to support Baldur. He doesn't want Baldur to get hurt at all. So,
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep trying to climb up.
Okay.
Okay.
So we've got it placed with Baldur enthralling the
Mhm.
now captive, undercover, tailing individual that you do not know who or what he actually is yet.
Yep.
You guys are hiding. Did you duck into the shop? Did you duck between buildings? What are you doing?
Ducked into the
think-
shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
if
think
the
it's
illusion
following
went off
Sybil's-
as planned, then we're
Yeah,
Sybil's
probably
so-
plan.
Yeah, the illusion went off. It's a little odd and jerky because you haven't done it before, Sybil, but it like at a distance, and the fact that like, it's not something that people are familiar with, like they are not used to like mobile illusions. Like easy enough to believe because it's not something that they would know to look for. But you have succeeded in the illusion, ducked into the shop, and Jax is currently trying to climb a building. Will be able to make another attempt when we come back next time.
Incredible choices.
We're all
all
doing
around.
amazing, y'all. We're
And
great. We're good at this.
because Maggie, I believe you are not currently going to be here next time.
No.
Wait, we're
I
done?
would
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, Maggie has some family stuff because it is end of
Fucking
December.
Oh my god, is
It's
it?
the holidays.
Is
Yeah, our
it?
next session will be on the 31st. I would like observation rolls from Kale and Kiama
Oh boy.
because I believe that Maggie and I came up with a plan for what Sybil is going to be doing.
I feel like we did. I
mhm.
don't remember what it is though.
Yeah.
Let me go look at the chat.
Well,
you
but
know,
I'm good at perception.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 12, but I'm skilled at perception, so
Okay.
maybe a little easier.
3.
Maybe if it was a 15, I might make it.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. In that case, I know what you guys might see or might not see for when
Cool.
we come back next time.
Great.
God damn it. I
Great.
had so many. I
Yeah.
had so. I have to wait.
Yeah. Write down what you were going to say or do so that you
It's
remember it.
fine. I'll remember.
Cool.
But we've already gone to like 3.5 hours.
Yeah, we're
so
going.
We can go longer.
every time. They say
I
that
found
every
it. I
time.
found our plan.
I wish.
Oh, good. Yay.
so much.
We got it.
I know what's
Hey.
happening. Okay.
Perfect.
Awesome.
We're good. We're good.
Awesome. Okay, yeah. So, and it will apparently be the day after
Aw.
one of our viewers' birthdays when we come back
That's
next
awesome.
time.
Hey, happy birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
happy birthday in
happy birthday.
advance. But yes, so thank you guys so much for being such lovely players. Let's go ahead and go back around and reintroduce ourselves, say where you can find us, and if there is anything to keep an eye out for, wink, wink, foos. And we will go in reverse this time. Joel.
Oh shit. Hi. Hello. I forgot about the. Hey, hi. How's it going? I'm Joel. I was the voice of Joel anyway.
Yeah.
And I played Baldur.
Mhm.
You can find me on here. Unfortunately, every other week. I wish it was every week, but whatever. You can also follow me online. Joel. Nope. Yep. I don't know why I was turning that into a website. Just Joel Writes. JOWOEL Writes. And then just find what I'm doing there. Hopefully soon I'll be able to pick up streaming again, which is what I wanted to do. So
Links to socials or link trees, etc., will be in the descriptor for YouTube or in chat on Twitch. Let's jump over to Excel.
Oh, hello. That's me. Yeah. I wasn't prepared to give a speech. Hello, everybody. I'm Extel. You can find me at Extrill the King on all the socials except Facebook. You won't find me there. If you do, I don't know who that is. Second, you can find me. You can hire me to run games for you and start playing games. I have some games up on there right now. A Cypher game. You might play superheroes. I mean, if you want to, come on by. I'm just saying it's a good time. Also, I run a game for Vampire the Masquerade on Take Your Roll, which is going to be coming back January 3rd for the new year. So check that out. Season 3. It's going to be a good time. Joel's in it. It's gonna be great. Yeah, come by and watch us. Other than that, I'm still raising funds for a PC if anyone wants to do that. So you don't have to, but 'tis the season. But yeah. And I love this game. I love everybody here. I'm so ready to see what happens next. I'm not at all frustrated that it ended there. Don't worry about it. But yeah, see you next time, y'all.
Maggie.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Maggie. Contrary to popular belief, I do have a link tree. It's not in the chat though. You just gotta find it. That's the best way to promote yourself. Make it a challenge.
I need to update
Find
the
me.
tag. It will
You
be
gotta find me.
it will be
but only
visible
on
in
the
a couple of
internet.
minutes though. Like the link will be visible in a couple of minutes.
All of my socials are _ Maggie Hun, or just Maggie Hun. I think that's what the link tree is under, so it's pretty easy to find. But find me mostly here until I defeat the executive dysfunction in my brain, and then maybe some other places. Who knows? That's all.
Got it. Right, cool. Our wonderful artist, Alina.
Hey everybody, I am Alina Pete. You can find me online at alinapete.com or at Alina Pete on most of the socials. There's too many. I don't like it. I'm mostly on Blue Sky these days. It's chill, but no one else is. It's small. It's a small, happy, fun party. Anyway, I will see y'all later.
Okay. They also do some gaming on Where Geeks Comics. So
you can check out my channel.
that out.
We are on break until the new year, but we got lots of archives.
But yes, so very cool stuff. And then our oh so wonderful guest, Foozca.
Hello, I'm Foos. Again, happy to be here and stumble my way through these rules. But I usually stream with my friends and family on Fridays and Saturdays. On Friday, my brother DMs, and on Saturdays, I DM. And thankfully, somehow I convinced Evie into guest starring with us. And I was like, hey, it'll be like 3 episodes. It's been like 6. So,
no.
Thank you for your patience. It's been super, super fun. And we have a couple of new things coming around the horizon. Our holiday one-shot is this Thursday, in which it's a team of all bards, and it's called Jingle Spells. So we're gonna have a good time this Thursday.
Love it.
And then in mid-January or so, I've roped Evie back into a mini series that we'll be doing called Awakenings, in which it's an exploration of the afterlife. So we have those things on our horizon, and I'm very excited for it. And thank you again for having me here.
They are a great group over there, highly entertaining. I am very much looking forward to watching Jingle Spells because I've seen a couple of things as they've been developing and very entertaining.
Yeah.
Flandy. Love
The
Flandy.
character, Flandy has created is gonna be interesting.
Right, and also shout out to Insomnia who joined us in chat today. Insomnia, if I can spell it, Insomnia
I definitely
RPG. There we go. Insomnia is also a wonderful streamer and GM. Very, very fun, very, very interactive chat over there. So if you want to go mess with people, especially with my favorite point redeem of Terry Crews dancing from a rave. on screen.
That's genuinely what got me to like be
Yeah.
a fan of his because they were like, "Look, you can pop Terry Crews on the screen." It's like I'm
Just,
in.
and they're just like,
Incredible.
You're
yeah,
gonna,
it's
you're
hilarious.
gonna have to go over
Amazing.
there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. But yes, so to close it out, hi, I'm Evie, the Disaster GM, director of Ultra Deco Archives, GM to this fine if disastrous group. Currently guesting with Foos for a little bit, and we'll be coming back to Foos' channel on Awakenings. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful season, however you choose to be celebrating it. We will catch you next time on the 31st. Bye.
Bye.
Not me though.